Thank you for joining the Syndicate Network and your host, Skywalker the Jedi. Skywalker the Jedi.
Please turn your attention to the track. Woo! Boy, do we have problems up here. Yo, y'all gonna have to mind me. You dig? I'm losing my voice. We about to get into why in 1 second. If y'all don't want to be nowhere else right now than watching this stream, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Come one, come all, we got some shit to discuss. We got some shit to discuss. Boy, oh 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 boy. I ain't been this hype to stream maybe ever. I don't think you guys understand what's going on right now. I don't think they understand. But anyway, we're going to get to it, though. We about to break this down, okay? We here for those of y'all that ain't in the chat or ain't in, the group chats and don't know that I've been kind of teasing something. You dig? I need you guys to understand something, yo. I need you guys to understand something, y'all. Sky went to Comic-Con today. Not only was Sky at Comic-Con today, but guess what, y'all? It's even worse. It's even worse. Sky was in the very front row of Comic-Con. I don't think you guys understand. I'm fresh out the car. I ain't changed shirts. I ain't changed clothes. I drove from San Diego straight here. I need you guys to understand this. I need y'all to understand. I need you guys to ponder. To wonder. Right? What does Sky have to say if he was just at Comic-Con? If Skywalker was just at Comic-Con, front row, what could he possibly have to say? Right? It ain't like something just happened that he could speak on, right? Right? It ain't like something just happened that he might be able to speak on, right? But I'm going to get to that in a little bit. We was in the very front row, right in front of the moderators for all the panels. All of them. All the panels. We were in the very front. Ooh, we gonna get to it. Matter of fact, hold up. Before I even get to beyond myself, right? Before I get too beyond myself, right? Because I'm feeling a certain kind of way right now, and we about to discuss this shit. You understand me? I'm feeling a certain kind of way right now, and we about to discuss it. But first, we're gonna break down everything else that I saw. Right? We're gonna break down everything else that I saw. Right? We ain't even gonna get into what happened before I went to Hall H. We ain't even gonna get into that. Right? We ain't gonna get into what happened before Hall H. You know what I mean? And how I got interviewed, and I'm pretty sure that interview is never going to see the light of day. I'm pretty confident. If it does come out, then I'll react to it. Right? If it does come out, I'll react to it 100%. You know, if it comes out, I'll react to it. But I doubt it's coming out. I doubt it's coming out. 100%. I doubt it's coming out. But that's for another time, right? And maybe later in the stream. You dig? But so yeah, just so y'all know, me and the homie Josh Herrera, shout out to the dog, Josh. Right? I need you guys to understand something, right? Josh Herrera, bro, is like, yo, I was just talking to Leon about this situation. I was just talking to him, right? About how Josh truly is Robin, bro. He truly is. And like, he is the fucking boy wonder to a T. Even though he's a grown man, you know what I'm saying? But just he embodies the spirit of Robin. It's crazy. It's crazy. Right? Like in so many ways, more than one man, and probably even ways that he don't even realize. Right? But he is absolutely a fucking man. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Shouts out to the dog, Josh, bro. But yeah, we was front row, dog. Front row in front of the moderators. Anyway, man, look, let's get through this opening little rigmarole so we can get started with the show because we got a lot to discuss. We got a lot to discuss, as you guys can imagine, right? Can't you guys imagine how much we have to talk about? Does anybody want to guess? Does anybody want to guess about something that we may have to discuss? Ooh, shit, man. Leo, man, we about to get to it. I'm gonna just leave this picture up here, man. Shouts out to the dog, Josh, bro. Shouts out to the dog, Josh, man. Man, he was a wonderful. He was like my Comic-Con host. You know what I mean? He was like my Comic-Con host, right? Definitely shows your boy the ways of which you get to Hall H and how you deal with that whole thing. And he was like he's like a perfect tour guide, man. Even though I reside in California, this man had the whole damn complex down, like just embedded in his memory, bro. It's actually pretty crazy. Shouts out to the homie Josh Herrera, man. We was up there representing like no other, yo. For sure. Like, man, I can't, and that's why I even had to put in a little work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to make sure that we was eating good last night. You know what I mean? And I ain't about to get into all the details, but your boy did that. You know what I'm saying? Blood, sweat, and tears, bruh. Y'all don't even understand. But anyway, man, we got so much to discuss, bro. It's crazy, right? Just so y'all know, you know what I mean? We on the road to 5K. Make sure you guys are smashing that like button, hitting that subscribe, as well as that share and the notification bell, so that you know when I'm going live. You know what I mean? And then you'll get a little heads up, like if something about to drop. You know what I'm saying? Like if something about to drop, you might just get that notification, right? But if you ain't getting that notification, if you ain't got that bell turned on, then you ain't gonna know what's happening. You ain't gonna know. You know what I mean? But man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Let's get to it. We on that road to 5K. Make sure you guys are smashing the like button. Like I said, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? And look, I don't even think y'all understand, bro. When I say that we represent this shit, this sales shit, yo, this is rain, sleet, or snow, dog. Right? I don't care where I'm at, bro. I'm a fan of what I'm a fan of, dog. I don't care where I'm at. I don't care who I'm around. I don't care what the circumstances are. I don't care. I will never bend, bro. I will never bend off my opinion. Ever. Ever. I don't care who I'm talking to, bro. And it's so crazy because when you operate like that, you can always tell when somebody's trying to guide you in a conversation. You know what I mean? That's why I know that interview ain't gonna come out. And I know what the platform is. I ain't even about to say their name because I ain't about to give them no shine. You know what I mean? And we gonna wait and see. I'm talking about in a few days. Man, if it was hot and you talking about Comic-Con, you'd be trying to drop that shit like right now. I ain't dumb. I ain't dumb. Y'all know the interviewer was talking about fighting us. I think we had the interviewer so triggered that he couldn't help but make a joke about fighting us. Crazy. This is all facts. This is all, bro. Joshua Herrera will back up what I am saying 1000%. Y'all know Josh loved the fucking receipt, yo. Y'all know what's up. Like, yes. We had somebody so triggered they was talking about, they was making jokes about fighting. I'm like, bro, y'all don't want to do that either. Y'all don't want to do that either, bro. Crazy. I didn't do that. Right? I didn't go make no joke about fighting. You know, I thought we were just having an interview. You know what I'm saying? You was asking me my opinion. Everything was all cool. Man, you know, but I'm going to wait till Josh is here to have that conversation. But I'm going to just say this, man. Like, the fact that we stand on whatever we stand on, you know what I mean? Everywhere, 24/7. I love it. I love that we can do that. You know, I love having that energy. Right? And like the homie Leon used to always say, professional assholes, right? For sure. Right? Oh no, trust me. What I'm gonna do is, because I could title this stream something crazy right now, but that's not what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna clip that part at the end where I'm gonna really talk my shit. And we're gonna clip that, we're gonna drop that, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen with that. You know what I mean? Right. But look, yeah, man, I just love that we can represent whatever we represent everywhere that we go. I love that, man. I love that. And I won't trade it for nothing, yo. Won't trade this for nothing. Won't trade this community for nothing. Won't trade, not none of y'all. No. What's going on, S Dot? Let them know, S Dot. We was in the front row with it, dog. Do y'all see any seats in front of me? No. What, nothing but the staff. Anyway, but yeah, much love, y'all. If you do want to rock out with this campaign and see the conclusion, the Zack Snyder's DC arc, we've been using those hashtags as a vehicle to do that, and we're trying to get that over to Netflix, and I've been doing a great job of, you know, pushing that narrative out there and letting people know what's up. That's more than anything, right? So yeah. For sure, right? We definitely want to make sure that we're doing that, and we only ask of 3 rules of engagement. If you want to engage with the hashtags, and that is that you be positive. Please don't mix the hashtags, and please don't mention or quote tweet anybody over there at WBD. which is including but not limited to one James Gunn, right? ZSJL to Netflix on YouTube and X are also platforms that you should be following and be subscribed to, as all pertinent information will be coming from there, as well as myself and Apex Leon of the New Geeks. And if you would like to sponsor a stream like the homie Bat Dan did tonight and have your name scrolling across the bottom, when you guys give super chats, all that good stuff, gifted memberships, all that, you whoever donates is the most will have the names streaming across the bottom. Sorry, I'm getting a little mixed up because I'm just so chomping at the bit, ready to get on with this conversation, which we're about to jump into right now. So first, I want to talk about the Coyote versus Acme panel, right? Yo, this panel was dope. This was the most interactive panel throughout the entire thing. There was even a joke at the start of it. It was like, yo, you know that they usually save the best for last, but nah, they gave out the best first. It was the most interactive panel. They had people, they had actors playing it in the crowd, acting, because like the running joke is that they were talking about Warner Brothers, but they kept calling them Acme, and they were clearly talking about Warner Brothers. And it's so funny. I think it was even the first panel, you know, is a little nod at Zack Snyder. You know what I'm saying? And they were sitting there like, yeah, ain't nothing ever came back from the dead like this, you know, other than the Snyder cut or Zack Snyder or something. And I was like, what the fuck? And it was funny because the guy even was like, oh, I'm not gonna, you know, go any further into that. It's just so funny how everybody acts like this shit is just so divisive. It's so crazy, bro. It's so crazy how like the running joke is you can't talk about Zack Snyder. Like, yo, why am I at a Coyote versus Acme panel and I'm hearing shit about Zack Snyder? What the fuck is going on? Right? Like, it's crazy. That just means, you know what I mean? That just means that, you know, names permeating the zeitgeist, bro. Ringing bells. Nah, the crowd interaction stuff was super fun. Hold up. I would try to show y'all some of these videos, but my StreamYard is kind of tripping. Hold up. Let me see what's up. Right, let me see what's up. Because I was trying to get them uploaded, but it was like, oh no, this is it. This is this, and this is that, and this ain't the right kind of file. Right? It took me so long to even get that damn what's the name up there? Hold on. Yeah, see? Hold up. Let me try this one. Okay, yeah. This one should be able to come. I think that this is one of the ones from at some point in the panel, but I'm gonna just show this just to confirm how close that we were, and I'll try to add other videos from the panels as I go, but y'all got to bear with me, right? He said, yeah, he cooked with that comment. Yeah. Oh yeah. This never happens unless you're Zack Snyder. That he 100% said that, and I was front row. He 100%. I was like, yo, it is crazy that I am in Hall H for Coyote versus Acme, and they are bringing up Zack Snyder, dog. Right? Crazy. Now it's taking forever to upload, right? What's going on, Bishop? He said, yeah, Paul cooked that. Hey, bruh, and Josh, look, Josh, I sent you a, oh, snap. Hold up. Yeah, I'll wait till he got his right. Hold up. We got the homie. What's going on, Josh? How you doing, bro?
Reporting live from the Hall H line for Sunday. How are you?
Hey, bro, chilling, bro. Look, Josh, see that? Let them know, bro. Let them know we was just we was just front row, dog,
And
for
guess
Hall H, bro.
and guess who's front row for George Lucas tomorrow?
Hey, that's what's up, bro.
Sky, how was your first Comic Con? Tell the people, Sky.
Hey, man. Hey, bro. Look, you got to go back and you got to listen to the beginning of the stream, bro. I was telling them, I was like, look, man, it's super dope, bro. I had a wonderful time. I called you the perfect tour guide, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And by the way, you have some great 5-star reviews from my group members. Your reviews are 5 stars, my friend.
Bro, that's because we real everywhere we go, dog. We the same way, bro.
All consistent. All
We the
consistent.
same way, bro. What's going on next? But yes, and Havoc. I pulled up front row, dog. And look, hold up, man. Josh, real quick, yo.
What's up?
Because I don't know how long that I'm gonna have you for, right?
All right.
So because look, I already know that you in line. I don't know what your
I'm good.
power
I'm chilling.
situation. Oh
Remember
shit.
when
All
you
right.
so Sky did the overnight, y'all. He's camped out, he roughed it like a soldier would.
Like a soldier,
Soldier.
dog. Like a soldier, dog.
Like that Suicide Squad. I'm a soldier.
Yes, bro. I was let them know, Josh. We was front row with it, bro. In the
Mhm.
front. Cause
Making
look,
eye contact.
nah, don't even get to that. Don't even get to that, bro. Don't even get to that. Don't even get to that, bro. Don't even get to that, right? So look, I want to talk about the Coyote versus Acme panel real quick, bro. What was your thoughts on that, man? I thought that was the most interactive panel there, like hands down. They had the best interaction with the crowd, from the actors being in the crowd and yelling stuff out and coming through. Yo, I got the papers. This whole thing needs to be shut down. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, right? Like, and bro, all of the obvious shots at Warner Brothers it was actually pretty crazy, bro. But what did you think about the overall Coyote versus Acme panel?
I was as someone who's gone to Hall H now, going on Comic Con 10 years. This was a great start for a programming that was kind of, I would say, a little underwhelming overall, but they started it off with a bang. We all know that Coyote versus Acme made headlines, right, due to certain situations. And for me, I don't know how you felt, Sky, but this was basically a situation where Comic Con was putting the power into the fan base, right,
Right?
Sky? Like
Yeah,
it was
bro.
basically against like the man. I'm
Bro, it's crazy, dog. It's crazy, dog. It's crazy, man. Like, and what's wild is, bro, I didn't eat like I'm glad that I'm so glad that you're here because it's certain stuff that I only want to talk about with you on camera
okay.
because I don't want them to think I'm bullshitting, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I need somebody here. Yeah, no, it is crazy. And as soon as he comes back, we're gonna broach that topic, yo, because if y'all think I'm bullshitting, I'm not. We were getting interviewed, and like my answers got this guy so triggered. He joked more than once about fighting. And I was just like, bro, that's not what you want to do either, dog. Like, I don't know what you're thinking. You know what I mean? And even that conversation was so highlighting. Nessa said, spill the tea, Scott. Hey, it's gonna get spilt, Nessa. Look, look. All I'ma do is do this.
Please turn your attention to the track.
That's all I'm saying for right now. That's all I'm saying for right now. No, y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea how real this shit get, y'all. But anyway, yeah, I don't even want to broach some of these topics unless the homie's here, because I don't want y'all to think I'm bullshitting, right? Like when I say, hey, this guy was joking about fighting, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bro, how am I so triggering, bro? With just my opinion. That's it. Right? It's just opinions, bro. But anyway, Coyote versus Acme was a super fucking dope panel. That was a super dope panel. I am not obviously this is like my first time going to Comic-Con. I can't compare it to like panels of old or like how this compares to all these other panels or how these other all these other moments. I just know being there for the things that I was there for, right? This was one of the best. This was one of the funniest. And I walked away being, because like, look, I ain't on front row, right? I was really indifferent on this movie, right? I was really indifferent out because I mean, obviously I want to see it, but was I gonna go fight for it or whatever and be out there trying to champion it? And it just was never that serious to me, right? But after seeing some of the footage and what they did, the fact that they were trying to shelve this movie is a little fucking ridiculous. It's crazy, and it just goes to show the incompetence of that studio, yo. That they were trying to shelve a movie, because I legit laughed a couple times, like more than once. I legit laughed out loud, and yeah, I'll actually play this video. This from part of the panel, and this should show y'all how close that I was.
Give a warm Comic-Con welcome to Acme's most dedicated customer, the persistent predator, Wile E. Coyote!
Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah!
Wow, this is big. Now, Wiley, do you believe that you have a strong case versus Acme? Okay, that's a sign. That's good to know. But do you ever feel like maybe some of the accidents might have been your fault? Or so you take zero accountability here. Now, if the settlement does go your way, what are you going to do with all that money? Okay, I get that. All right, and now, unfortunately, I did hear that we have to let you go. We have a very limited time. Apparently, Wile E. Coyote is hosting the Peacemaker panel, so we gotta go do that. So, Wiley, we'll see you in a little bit. We'll bring him back out in a little bit. All right, give it up for Wiley. All right, the moment we've all been waiting for. When we go to you, the fans, okay? I have been, like I said, at many a panel, and I know this is go one way or the other. Let's try to keep it on this side of it, all right? I'll remind you that we are talking only about acting, and let's have a good question. What do you got? What's your name?
Right? Yeah, man. Nah, it was a very lively panel, bro. It was a lot of interactiveness, a lot of interaction with the crowd. Like I said, they had the corporate shill out there with the paperwork, with the papers in his hand. It was just super dope. Like he's like, nah, this whole thing shut down, and he came out there like multiple times, right? And then at the end, he came to shut it down, and I think it was Will Forte. He like ran back on stage with them chasing him, like, "Yo, play the clip," right? Bro, I thought that was John Cena too. I ain't even gonna front, bro. or it might have been Josh Horowitz, because he was the one that was hosting the Peacemaker. It might have been Josh Horowitz in that suit. Bruh, if that was Josh Horowitz in that suit, bro, I'm done, bro. I'm done, dog. If that was Josh Horowitz in that suit, I'm done, bro. That would actually fit too, because I could see like his hair and like the back of his head. That actually makes sense. That actually makes sense. That probably was Josh Horowitz. Damn. They got my man's wearing the Coyote costume. Oh my god, bro. Right? Crazy, man. Nah, I had a whole lot of fun with the Coyote versus Acme panel. I'm super interested in the movie. They dropped the release date, if I'm not mistaken, right? Have they dropped that? Like, is that public? Right? Crazy, bro. Bro, this stuff is. Oh my goodness. Hold up. Where's another panel at, bro? Where's another panel at, bro? Nah, this is wild, bro. He says, "Scott, I told you he's a pet." He's starting to think Batgirl could be a better film than Superman. Yo, it might be, bro. It might be, bro. It might be, bro. Yeah, August 28th, 2026. Yeah. And they showed us the trailer. Have you guys seen the trailer yet? Have you guys seen the trailer as well for Coyote versus Acme? What did they drop? Like, if anything. Oh, okay. The trailer for this shit. Yeah. This movie looks funny. It looks funny. It looks like a dope blend of the live action and the animated stuff. They like there was a question about how this is differentiated from like something like Space Jam and all that stuff, and I felt like they had like a really good answer. Um, yeah, I'm really excited for this movie now, and they went to I mean, they're giving people a bunch of shout outs over at CashApp Entertainment, because they're the ones that really are responsible for this thing coming out. So shouts out to CashApp, man. They really did do, I think, the fan base a great service, and they've really given people an avenue to see something that I think that they would like, man. And the Looney Tunes haven't been out in a while. They've kind of been sitting on the shelf along with some other IPs, right? That can be sold, that still have some viability, right? Absolutely. I think that it can happen. So, and I'm glad that it did happen in this case. That's like, I mean, this is like another case like the Snyder Cut, like that dude Paul said. He's like, yo, ain't nothing like this ever happened except, if you Zack Snyder, you know what I mean? And it's just, man, it's so crazy how people tried to, you know, do, oh my God, wild, man. We got so much done at Comic-Con, bro. Crazy, right? But moving on, they had an entire Star Trek panel that was super dope. We saw a lot of things. It was from a couple shows. They had one for their new one. Was it called a Starfleet Academy? Where they had Holly Hunter there, and all of them. It was super dope. It was super dope. It is definitely something that they did a good job of highlighting the show and with the trailer kind of showing how it's something different. So pretty diverse cast. We'll see how that plays out. I didn't get the feeling that it was going to be anything too crazy in this show. But we will see. We will absolutely see. We saw a trailer for that, and I know that they probably haven't shown that because the actors hadn't even seen the trailer. They all watched it on stage. One of the actresses was crying because she was having kind of like a moment. You could tell that she was really, really happy to be there. Whoever her character's name is Sam, I remember that. Yeah, she looked really, really happy to be there, and I thought it was dope. Just seeing a bunch of younger actors really have their moment and be able to, go on stage and have their Comic-Con moment and have the fan base be able to react to them and to, be able to feel that energy. It was just a dope moment, and you could tell that there was a lot put into this show. And shouts out to Holly Hunter, yo, for sure, because her character, she's like she's the chancellor of a flight academy, but also like a captain too. So there's like that dual thing, and yeah, it also is kind of like a duality with the ship of what they're going to be doing with that and all that stuff too. So yeah, between the school and the true like space flight and kind of aspect. So yeah, definitely a lot of stuff to look forward to from the Starfleet Academy show. And they also showed we saw a whole episode of Strange New Worlds, where it was kind of like a Elseworlds kind of thing almost, where it was like this murder mystery where it was this murder mystery episode. But it was very interesting, and the plot twist when you find out who is the one that's causing the havoc, I did not see it coming. I absolutely did not see it coming, and I usually can, but I didn't see that coming at all, and I thought it was super dope how they had that play out as well. So y'all know me, I ain't even like a super big Star Trek fan like that. I know it's blasphemy, but I actually liked the fucking JJ Abrams movies. I don't remember 3 though. Was 3? Wait, 3 was Beyond, right? I don't remember how I felt about 3, but I remember I liked the first 2. Definitely liked the first 2. And so just kind of being able to be there and to be able to see some new Star Trek stuff, I thought that was super dope as well. Especially that whole episode, because it did keep me entertained. Absolutely. And like I said, I didn't see the actual twist coming of who it was, right? Hold on, I might be able to show some video from inside, because I know that's what y'all need. You know what I mean? I'm trying to scratch that itch. It's tripping. Like, it's telling me that I can't upload certain stuff, and like, oh, but you can, but you got to do this, and you got to change the type of file it is, and blah blah blah. It's like bugging. Like I said, I'm fresh off the freeway with it. I need y'all to understand that I'm fresh off the freeway with it. All right. Okay. Let me put these 2 up. Let's see how. He said, "Aren't the Looney Tunes the main mascot of WB? Imagine Disney shelving Mickey Mouse and friends." Bro, you just don't see Mickey forever, right? WB, we're gonna bury Coyote versus Acme, Catch Up Entertainment.
No, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Stop.
All right. Beyond was Justin Lin. Abrams was only a producer due to working on Star Wars. Okay, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I don't remember how I felt about that one. Urban and Pine were dope. And yeah, man. Yeah, I like those movies, bro. I like what's his name? Zachary Quinto. Zachary Quinto, right? As a Spock too, right? Bro, I loved Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan. I didn't know what people were talking about, bro. I didn't know what people. That was some more weird shit for me. I was like, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Like, what? He said, no, it was a few Star Trek series that they were showing at Comic-Con. It was 2 different shows, right? Or it might have been more. I don't remember. I'm like losing track of stuff, man. My mind is buzzing because I'm trying to talk about this last situation, and I'm trying to get through this one as like smoothly as possible.
1 second,
You know what I mean? Right, but we got the homie Josh back, man. What's going on, bro? How you feeling, man?
My bad. I had to, take care of some business, but
Nah, all good. Hey, Josh be on the move, bro.
I'll be on the move, y'all. Just like Sky. So what I missed, we talked about Coyote versus Acme, putting the power in the people's hands.
Yeah, but look, bro, fuck all that right now, Josh. Nah, bro, because look, I need you to like, because I don't like bringing, bro. I don't want to talk about some of this stuff unless you're here to kind of
back you up.
Just let the people know that I'm not lying, bro. Right?
Okay.
Josh, I told the people that but I think particularly mine, right? I think my responses to the guy that when we were getting interviewed, did it or did it not lead to him joking about fighting us more than once?
Oh, multiple times, like physical altercations,
right, bro?
Like a schoolyard fight, like petty, like
bro.
Okay.
Did he or did he not make more than one reference to physically fighting? Right.
You sure did.
After and that was a crazy situation that I don't even want to get into yet because I want to get into that later. But yeah, bro, now we can talk about finishing thoughts on Coyote versus Acme, and then you can talk about what you saw from the Star Trek shows.
Yeah, no. So Coyote versus Acme. I've said this on Bat Dan's channel. One of my favorite characters. We got Sky. I don't know if you have yours, but we got these Coyote versus Acme tote bags. The movie
I got
Acme.
mine somewhere, bro.
So as you can see,
I got my Comic-Con bag too, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, I went, bro. We pulled up front row.
We got exclusives. Guys. The movie that Acme doesn't want you to see. So that was like kind of the thing, right? Is like the fans taking over and taking the power from the corporations. That was the theme, right, Sky?
Yeah, bro. Nah, man. And that's why I was so glad that I could be at this Comic-Con, bro, because I felt like it was my job to bring some balance, bro. To balance the fucking scales.
Yeah.
Because the scales were almost gonna be tipping too much in one direction, bro.
Oh, definitely. I had to call you in as a reinforcement, didn't I? I was like, Sky, I need your help on this. Robin reporting.
I be trying to tell him, bro. I'm like, yo, Josh, bro, go back and watch the stream, bro. I was like, Josh is Robin in more ways than one, bro. I was like, y'all just don't know, bro.
Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what I be doing. Y'all don't know what Sky be doing. Just don't worry about it.
They don't know, bro. They don't know.
We're just putting in work, and you guys just keep on doing what you're doing. right, Sky? Because that's what motivated me. The morning of this Coyote versus Acme is like all that I took from that was everything that we're doing, right? It just
Yeah,
reinforced
bro.
what we are doing
Fuck
is the right thing.
Acme.
Fuck Acme. And we knew
Bruh,
what they were talking about, right? Everyone knew
bro,
what they
it
were
was
talking
so many shots at Acme, bro.
about. Mhm.
I'ma just say it. It was so
And
many shots at Acme. It was crazy.
and
Acme was
then
catching strays left and right, dog.
I don't know if you got it, but then if you talked about it, I'm sure you did. But then after they come and shut it down, copyright infringements, right? Which we know certain channels get copyright strikes, 7 in a row, I think, at one point, or maybe more.
Yeah,
I don't know. But then Will Forte rebels, runs out to the stage and says, "Play the trailer anyway!" And then the security was still chasing them off the stage, but we got the trailer because we persisted. We booed Acme off the stage and
booed him.
we got what we wanted, didn't we?
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Right? Yeah, bro. All right, but what about Star Trek, bro? How'd you feel about
So
the the stuff from Star Trek?
so I am talking to a Jedi, so you know.
Hey,
But I'll be honest, I respect. We got to keep in mind that we would not have this amazing event, Comic Con, without the Trekkies. So we gotta give our props. If you're not into Star Trek,
mm,
this this fandom did the unthinkable, getting Star Trek renewed, right? And persistent, demanding over and over again, bring it back, bring it back. And that's why we have Comic Con, is this panel. Now it is called the Star Trek Universe Sky. So as you can see, like they just do all one big block, right?
yeah,
I went when Picard season 3 was there, so I got to see John Luke himself, Professor Charles Xavier, Patrick
mhm,
Stewart. And those are always for me exhilarating, even though I don't watch these shows, right? I do not, but I have friends who do. And that's the great
yeah,
thing about this event is that you, even if you're not a fan of something, I just was in the Demon Slayer panel. I don't watch that
yeah,
shit, but that shit
yeah,
looked fire.
yeah.
I was sucked in. I was all in. And the Star Trek panel is that for me every year. We have to watch a whole episode. Did you talk about that?
Yes, I did.
All right. And
A murder
my
mystery.
a murder mystery, and the callbacks to the original series were something that I just loved. I kept on like nudging you. You're like, I got it, Josh. I get it. I get it. I get it. It's Kirk. I get it. He's doing William Shatner. But for me, that was always a fun time. Tig Notaro actually has been a moderator. We know her from a
Yeah,
certain Army of the Dead universe.
she made a cameo in the trailer as well.
And so I get to, usually she's around, but I guess this year she's, she might have some comedy shows she's doing. So
Mhm.
but yeah, it was a great vibe. I always love feeling the energy from the Star Trek fans because they're so passionate. They show up and have continued to show up, even though, a show will get canceled. They always have a backup plan. And so we got to see Starfleet Academy, just starting out. And for me, I don't know how you felt, Sky, but it was a pleasure seeing all those young actors
I just
have
talked about that. Yeah,
genuine emotion, right?
I just
Because
talked about that. Yep.
okay, y'all know I've done some background acting, but I'm not like in that field, right? I've just did it for fun. Imagine yourself being that's your profession and you get told no, 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 right? And then you're at Comic-Con and you see yourself on that big screen in Hall H and your dreams of becoming an actor and people looking up to you or idolizing you on the big screen come true. We saw that in real time, Sky. We
Hmm.
saw all those young people, including Holly Hunter, June Finch herself, Senator June Finch from BVS, take stage. And it was so galvanizing for me as a fan just to see these young actors start their journey in this pop culture field that it might, it could take them into new heights with the show. So I really enjoyed it. I always become more of a Trekkie fan because of these events. So I took a lot from it, and I am glad that I was there once again because this is now like my 5th year being in the Star Trek panel.
Man, that's what's up, bro. I think that I enjoyed everything that I saw. Um,
Yeah, it was a nice little like tribute to the video package. I don't know if you talked about that, where They showed all the original series,
Oh no, I didn't talk about that part
Enterprise,
yet.
Enterprise. It was like a montage, and it was beautifully done. Lower Decks, even the animated series. I don't know if you caught the puppet reference, Sky, but that was from like a parody episode that they did. So
Mhm.
I was a little,
No, I remember seeing that it had happened, but I didn't watch the episode. But I did see that there was a puppet episode though.
and I was a little sad that Anson Mount, Christopher Pike himself, was not there because we know he has history with a certain co-head of a certain studio. So
Oh my god.
I think it was by design he was not there.
Yeah, probably, bro. Probably. Oh yeah, because we're gonna get into that. Hey, but look,
Black Bolt himself.
don't trip, Anson. I had your back, bro.
Yeah, he
Don't
did.
trip.
He
Hey, because
did.
we're gonna get to that at the end, bro. Oh my god, because I got
Pull that
Ooh-wee.
tweet. Pull that tweet.
Nah, bro. But look, yeah, bro. I thought that Star Trek was dope, and not only that, but also Project Hail Mary, bro.
Yeah.
This look is super dope. Let me show you guys this video of this is just like the theater and how they had everything going. Just like a quick shot of everything, how they had the screens on all sides and all that.
Starts with you, obviously. You are, of course, the author. You're also a producer on this, and I know you were on set quite a bit. Can you talk a little bit about working with Bill and Chris and making sure getting the science right? How important that was?
It was awesome. I mean, I got to be a big shot. I got to go around and it was so cool because like my job was just going around and looking at stuff, and then pretty much every day, one of Phil or Chris would say like, "Oh, Andy, we need to know like what would the exact velocity of the ship be at this point during the story because it's going to be on a display in the background, and we want it to be right." So just know that even if it's like blurry and out of focus, any numbers you see on a whiteboard or on a screen, I put hours into making those be correct. So they were every bit, yeah.
Right. Yeah, man. It was just a dope atmosphere. They opened up the side screens. Everybody was going crazy saying that hasn't happened in so long. Everybody was very excited. Yeah, we got to see some new footage of Project Hail Mary. We got to see the trailer with the screens on the side. It was just pretty dope, man. What do you think about Project Hail Mary, Josh?
Yeah. So you weren't prepared for that, Sky, because I didn't give you the history. But so those screens, those side screens, right? Were purchased apparently by Warner Brothers, and that was for. I think it was actually we were told that was I couldn't remember because
Somebody said Aquaman, right?
Yeah, Aquaman. So they had it, but it actually my first Comic-Con. It was actually 2016. It was the infamous panel that I always talk about where the Justice League, Zack Snyder's Justice League, assembled. That was actually utilized in 2016. So I think it
also
was
2016. Okay.
Yeah. But then I think maybe Leon can verify this that they might have used it for the BBS. They possibly might have used it. I'm not sure. So I saw that, but basically those curtains start opening and people start freaking out because from my knowledge, they have not used it since Fantastic Beasts, which was in 2018, I think. So post COVID, I do not think the screens have been utilized. So it was a huge deal for Ryan Gosling's production to kind of get this love. And it was actually well deserved, in my opinion. I don't know how you felt about seeing those concept arts, but it was really awesome to see how everyone involved, really took this seriously and making this adaptation faithful for all the book readers.
Yeah, man, bro. I literally saw, man, like on those side screens. That's where there was like rotating the concept art and things like that, and they showed so much. This world feels very lived in. With one of the scenes that they showed, it's funny because I literally had this thought in my head, and then one of them spoke about it afterwards when they were talking about the movie. But the one thing that I was coming away with, though, Josh, was that how can I say this? The production design, bro, and the level of it is absolutely fantastic. It looks real. The everything looks useful and like it looks tangible, and like it has a purpose, right? So I was very pleased with the look of this film, and how real that world feels and how it comes across on screen. Josh,
Yes, 100%. We start. Did you talk about the footage that we saw? You haven't talked about that, right?
from from this movie, no,
Yeah. So we got
no,
to see the opening moments of the movie, the beginning actually, Sky. And as soon as we heard a certain tune, we both looked at each other. Man of Steel, dun
bruh.
dun.
Oh my god, bro, yo, bro, that
You
shit
remember that?
sounded like Man of Steel, dog.
The
I was like,
opening.
bro, I
Mhm.
fucking looked. I was like, it was like,
We
boom,
both looked at each other. Dun
boom.
dun.
I was like, are you? Boom, boom. I was like, yo,
Black Zach is the blueprint. Zach is the
the
blueprint.
fucking blueprint, bro.
And
Crazy.
that's how you open a movie, right? But we are introduced to Ryan Gosling's character in cryo sleep or something. He's in space, right? We don't know
Yeah.
what's going on, no context, and he's in a placenta suit that they joked about, essentially coming out of hibernation.
Right.
And it kind of turns into like a little comedic thing where this little crane, I don't know what you call it, like a little android esque, matrix esque um, birthing. I don't know what you would
Birthing
say, but
pod or something, right?
birthing pod is what I would kind of say, right? And so he's kind of making his way out of this slumber, but not wanting to because he realizes he's in space. So it kind of leads to this hilarious interaction early on
Yeah.
where you can kind of relate to this character because he does not want to be in this situation. You don't know how he's been there, how he got there, what the
How
context is,
long he's been there.
how long he's been there, and you kind of feel for him. But I love
Yeah.
that whole
It's
sequence,
all
right?
forcing him to try to shave and like brush his teeth and stuff. He all like,
Mhm.
what the
Nope,
fuck?
nope.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Right. No, you're not.
He
Stop.
did not. He did not want to wake up from that. But yeah, I thought it was a great introduction to this movie that kind of made you ask more questions, right, Sky?
Right.
Like I know
Oh
I
yeah,
had questions.
absolutely.
So,
Absolutely, bro. Yeah, nah, I thought that this movie looks fantastic. Ryan Gosling and them, they look like they got a hit on their hands, boy. This thing looks dope. The hype seems to be there. And they had spoken about the trailer views, how the trailer had been viewed like over like 400 million times or something, all throughout the social media. And yeah, they had the biggest presence in terms of like showcasing because they were the ones that opened up those like for two extra screens, and it just took it to another level with those things being up. It felt like the biggest thing there. Wouldn't you say so?
oh yeah, 100%. When you get those screens on the side, that's basically that's a studio spending that money. So basically, after Warner Brothers purchased those screens, they licensed Sky.
Licensed,
They licensed the rights to Disney,
licensed.
and then Disney used them for Doctor Strange in 2016 when I showed up in
Yep.
Comic Con. So WB kind of set the precedent, and now other studios have started buying the rights, and they start trading them in between just to use those screens. So I don't know what studio this movie was from. I would have guessed being Phil Lord and Chris Miller in a Pascal production, any Pascal production, it would Sony. It's a Sony movie, so
I
Sony
I
really
actually looked it up earlier and I forgot. I actually looked it up earlier and
okay. It
forgot.
might be
Hold on.
like a subset, but that basically is an indication. You nailed it, Sky. That was
Amazon MGM, bro.
Amazon. So maybe Sony licensed it out to.
Amazon MGM,
That's
bro. And
wild.
Pascal Pictures. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Way to go, Ryan. All right. All right.
Right.
Get your bag, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, nah, that's dope, man. Yeah, they definitely it's a whole lot of licensing going on. They don't even know, Josh, bro. They don't even know
They
that
don't
I've
even-
been, bro. Josh, they don't even know
The lawyers.
not even that, bro. They don't even know, Josh, that I've been speaking with IP lawyers this fucking week. Josh, am I lying, Josh?
You are not lying. We have. I can confirm
Did
today.
I speak to an IP lawyer, Josh?
You did, and yep, I can verify this. You did. I actually facilitated it, so yes, you did. You did
Oh my
speak to it.
bro, they don't even know, bro. They don't even know how bad it's about to get for these boys.
When you're front row at Comic-Con, you know the right
Shit
people.
changes, bro.
Shit
Everything changes, bro.
Shit changes.
Everything changes. They don't even know I spoke to an IP lawyer today, but I'm gonna keep that on the low for now.
Okay,
That is another conversation to be had for another day, bro. That is another conversation to be had for another day.
Another stream.
That Dan said, "Wait, what? You spoke with yes, Bat Dad. Yes, Bat Dad.
In Hall H, by the way.
In Hall H. In the front row.
In the front row. You're welcome.
They don't even know how much of like a mic drop that this weekend has been, Josh. They have no idea, bro. It's done. The facade, the veil has been lifted completely.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The Emperor has no clothes. The Emperor has no clothes.
100%.
He naked out here. But is there anything else on Project Hail Mary before we move on to the next panel, bro?
We got to see a lot of footage, right? And the one thing that I was very interested in was the creature design that they're talking about. We got to see a little snippet, and going back to the production design that you were talking about, these worlds that they're kind of going to make me really interested in the science of it all, right? Because like you said, the production design gives you a sense that it's practical and it's real, right? And so I don't know what's going to happen in this book. I haven't read it, but the story seems something like something that I want to invest in, because it's just fascinating from a logical perspective on this is something that, could possibly happen one day.
Oh yeah, this movie looks super dope, man. I am so excited, bro. Look, Josh, this whole IP lawyer thing got him like shook. Josh, see?
Hey,
what happened, bro?
I shouldn't even said nothing. My bad.
See, bro? See?
Y'all gotta have to stay tuned.
I spoke with an IP lawyer specifically. You know what I mean?
I was like, hey, I have someone that you need to talk to. Sky, come here.
Hey, I was like, hold up.
Stop the conversations. Come over here and talk to this guy.
You mean he in the group chat still, right? Like
he's in the group.
Okay,
oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah. I got his number for you.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, oh yeah.
I got you.
Just right? Like, but, bro, oh my God, bro, Josh, it's over for these. Anyway, bro, I don't even want to get into that yet. Hold up, look.
Stay tuned.
Project Hail Mary, bro.
Amazing. I can't wait. Shout out to Ryan Gosling for holding it down. He had a lot of love, a lot of Kin fans, a lot of Fall Guy fans, a lot of what else? Notebook fans. Like the dude was like so charismatic, and I think it really was awesome to see Phil Lord and Chris Miller get their flowers as well. I saw them at the Dungeons and Dragons panel a few years ago, and once again, being in the Spider-Verse, of it all, they're beloved in this Comic-Con crowd. So I think it was great for them to come back and basically pretty much have the main event, even though it wasn't actually time slot wise, but as far as presentation wise, they stole the show.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, presentation wise, they stole the show. I just felt like the interactivity of like Coyote versus Acme, that was still like my favorite. It was the funniest one.
That was
like because that shit was hilarious. It and it's hard to top something when you're laughing, but in terms of like spectacle, this was the biggest one. Like this movie feels, I mean, it's fucking Coyote versus Acme, some little bitty, like that movie is literally like a courtroom drama comedy, or like a courtroom comedy
with Looney Tunes.
right? With the Looney Tunes.
Yeah, basically.
And it's funny because I didn't even realize that the movie is about a literal lawsuit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, but
Yep.
it's about a lawsuit, which is funny because you know, it's
Yeah.
like art is imitating life, bro. Right? Like,
Yes, sir. Yes,
right?
sir.
Yeah, man, crazy, bro. Moving on. This is the last panel that I was there for.
Okay.
Josh, Peacemaker, bro. Now let's talk about the panel. I have another part of the conversation that
Okay.
I'm going to get into after. But
Okay.
let's just talk about the
Yeah.
Peacemaker panel, and
Okay.
then after this panel, we're going to do our final thoughts, and then I'm going to do a disclaimer warning before we get to that last part of the conversation, because oh my god, this is crazy. But yes, bro, Peacemaker, how are you feeling?
So, as you know, I'm very honest. I was not a fan of this show, and I do love for full exposure. I do love John Cena the person. As a person, I think John Cena is an amazing individual. As a WWE fan, I was over John Cena a long time ago, just like most of the fan base. I think he did the same moves. The selling was kind of but he's a star, right? He does so much charity work. He goes and he sees these kids. He knows he's beloved, and he's just a good guy. He does a lot of outreach stuff as well. So I'm a little conflicted about going into this panel, right? Not liking it as a DC fan, right? Being honest, I just did not care for that show at all. But I gave it a chance. I found ways to watch it without giving it views. If you know, you know. And I just I did not get what was happening with this whole like, okay, well the first season's not canon, but la la la. But I was like, oh wait, what? So why are you doing this whole panel, right? And it was it was very enlightening, and hashtag Sin Havoc was right. What he's been saying this entire time about the new DCU, and it's not a reboot, it's a retcon. So you can see how this panel is basically part of the whole process that has been implemented long ago to hold hands and like, oh no, come over here, come over here, come over here to this little sketchy part of the sketchy alleyway, and get basically robbed essentially with shit that you don't even like, that you're just being shoved down your throat. Oh, take this, take this, take this. And as a Comic Con fan, there's a lot of, as someone who goes to Comic Con every year, there's a lot of bad stuff happening in the world, right? So a lot of people, this is their little sanctuary. I know it is for me to just come and enjoy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, though, you find out they just there's levels to fandom, Sky, right? I would say. I don't know if you agree, but I think we all fans at the end of the day, right? But one fan to tell someone they're not a fan is not appropriate. We're all fans, right? Um, I think with this panel, it really felt like people were just there for John Cena, in my personal opinion.
Yes, bro.
That's what I really felt. Even
Yes, bro.
some people in our group that I was talking to, they were just there because they're wrestling fans. They're
Yeah, bro.
you know,
Yeah,
they
bro.
they like who Peacemaker is as a symbol, but they don't really watch the show. They're just like, I love John Cena. So I gotta give kudos to you know who, because by casting that individual, he was able to kind of get the normies
A
that are just,
built-in fan base,
he was able to, come over here. He's
right?
this guy says come over here. I'm gonna come
Right?
over here. And so the sheep kind of go over there. It's
Crazy,
just,
bro.
all right.
Crazy. Mhm.
But yeah, I thought that it was for the spot that I think should have been the main event, right? It should have been the main event. It did not have the money behind it at all. That's how I kind of felt. I don't know how you did.
No. Project Hail Mary was much bigger in like scope and spectacle.
It was underwhelming following Project Hail Mary, in my personal
100%. 100%. Yeah,
right.
they should have switched those spots. 100%.
100%.
Right.
Yeah. If you really want to go all in with this, you just did the bare minimum. You just put John Cena in a freaking Peacemaker costume and people cheered. So of course that's gonna happen because it's Comic Con. You know, we're all nerds.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. And that's the thing that I take away from this panel that I really noticed there in the crowd and up front where there's nobody really like in front obstructing my view of any of these people for the most part, right? Like I'm literally able to see every little thing that I normally wouldn't be able to see either on camera or even from like further back, right? So what I took away from this panel is John Cena is a master of crowd control.
Oh
He is
yeah.
an absolute fucking beast
100%.
at crowd control. I'm gonna give an example later because it's part of my final like thoughts on this whole thing in that other topic that we got to discuss. But no, there was a moment and I saw him do some shit and I was like, wow, that was masterful. You just saved that man's fucking wow. Like John Cena is really a master of the crowd. It is insane because I watch him save some shit.
Yep. They could have went off the rails, right?
There was a certain situation that happened.
Yep.
Where shit could have started going sideways. And because of something that John Cena did, it just fucking, and I was like, wow, I can't do nothing but tip my hat.
Yeah,
I respect that shit because I saw it. I saw it live. I was like, oh, he just saved the fuck out of this entire panel, and he don't even know. Or like, no, I'm sure he knew.
Right. He knows his worth.
I'm sure John knew what he was doing when he did that, and that's why he did that shit. But we're gonna get into that later. But no, man. I also had not been watching this show. I was not, really expecting anything going into this. I didn't get anything out of this show. And one reason that I could tell that people were kind of in the crowd, just kind of there for like Cena, was because they were hanging on every single word. And what I mean when I say that is, there were times where he would just start a normal sentence and I would hear people just start laughing. Like it was just about to be some joke that was about to come. And I'm just like, yo, what the hell? Like, now I know Cena's a funny guy, but like he can talk without making a joke. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and I just kept hearing so much like laughing in preparation of him saying something funny when literally all he was doing was just starting a normal fucking sentence.
Right. People were hanging on every word, every little word that was about to come.
It was like everything was funny. Even him just starting out a normal sentence.
Or reacting to what someone else said, even.
Yeah,
right?
or like reacting. And I'm just like, damn, like, and no, it was actually pretty wild to see and to notice all of these little things. But yeah, in terms of the show, man, I didn't see anything that I'm really rocking with.
I was pissed.
I was not wowed at all. They show a scene of Amelia Harcourt beating the shit out of like 4-5 guys in a bar that's like 3 times her size, bro. And not only is it like not in like a clever way where she's like using leverage and all that, no, she's literally fucking overpowering these grown ass men, yo. And it's just insulting to my intelligence, bro. I'm sitting here watching this, like she's getting choked out, dog, by a guy fucking 3 times her size, bro. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, yo, if she fucking slams this guy, I'm done, bro. And what does she do, Josh? She fucking slams him. And I'm like, yo, bro, every time that I was thinking to myself, yo, I can see what this shit is doing. I can see what it's about to do. And if it does this, I'm done. It did it every single time, Josh.
Yep.
Every single time that I thought that it was about to do some dumb shit, it did. And it surpassed my expectations of stupidity. Right?
Yep.
Y'all, wait, is y'all on the move, Josh?
I might be. I'll let you know if I am, but we're good for now.
For sure, man. But yeah, man, like, nah, yo, I'm not rocking with this show, yo. They got my boy Tim Meadows in this season now.
The ladies' man.
Yeah, and I always remember him from Walk Hard, man. The Dewey Cox story when he was like, "You don't want no parts of this shit here, man. This shit messed up my life." He's like, he was like, "Yeah, well, I don't want to get hooked on it. It's not addictive." It's like, oh well, I don't want to, feel all bad the next day. You're not gonna feel bad the next day, right? Right. That's what I always remember Tim Meadows from. That's my favorite. And they had him on this show. Shouts out to him. They showed his character off in a new scene. I didn't even think Tim Meadows could save that shit, man. And it's just like, bro,
it was dumb. It was so dumb.
I don't know, man, bro. I'm trying to focus on just the panel right now.
Guys. Sky was like audibly and phically having reactions in the scene that were uncontrollable,
bro.
He was like,
I did, bro. After a while, I was like
uncontrollable.
Oh my God.
He was like, I can't sit here and watch this shit just happen in front of me like this without doing something.
Yeah, bro, it was crazy, bro.
And I was feeling the same way with that hardcore shit. Basically, y'all, hardcore's a superhero now. Just so you know, she's a superhero. She's a Justice League member. She's like the Justice League level member.
Bro, I'm not talking like Korra in Rebel Moon, where she's like using leverage and shit. And like countering.
No, I mean,
you know what I mean?
Hardcore's the new Power Girl, basically. She's gonna be a clone of Supergirl, like a defunct clone of Supergirl.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, I was not a fan, and it reeks right of like, oh my God, you're doing the Nepo once again, And shout out to Homegirl because Jennifer Holland, she looked amazing. I'm not gonna lie, she looked amazing. On stage,
bro,
I will say that she looked fine.
She did, bro. But I can't lie, man. When she said somebody told her that she's the greatest actress they've ever seen,
can't do that. Yeah, you're going too far, girl. You don't look that good. You don't look that
good. Bro.
Who are you? Like, who even are you?
Bro, somebody told you you're the greatest actress they've ever worked with.
I wonder if she was married to that person.
Oh my God, bro. These are the things that we were having to deal with, bro. Yeah. This is why this was an emergency stream. This is why I left. This is why I left immediately. I was like, oh my God.
Because he was going to stay, guys. He was going to go see Kevin
I was going to stay.
Yeah.
I said, I have to go right now because I have to go get on stream. I have to go get on. I have to go right now, bro.
Sky left Comic-Con for y'all. I want y'all to know that. So this is the dedication to Super Sky that y'all got right here.
Facts.
The live reaction.
I was 100% going to stay for Kevin Smith because I was excited.
Me too. He's always amazing, like always. Right? So this is his 30th anniversary. What's it say?
You see why with the $20 super chat saying if Superman was really the bona fide hit that WB wants us to think it is, why not use the Peacemaker panel to tease hint at future projects to push that narrative that DC is back? Gee, I wonder. Man, look, I got an idea about why some shit might not have came up, but I think James was a little nervous, but I'm gonna get into that in 1 second.
I got it
I'm
on
gonna get into
video.
that shit in one. I know I'm gonna get into that shit in 1 second, bro. I think somebody was a little nervous. You know what I mean? 100%.
Yes.
But yeah, hey, that's for after.
That's later. Stay tuned.
For after, right? Let me give you this drop, bro. Appreciate you. See why? You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, since we talking about this, let's go ahead and hit him with this one.
Hold on, Drake. You ain't gonna say nothing else before, we continue the party?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just need a moment of silence for this. I see dead people.
Mustard on a beat, how deep, bro. Any rap nigga, he a freak, though. Man down, call an ambulance, tell him breathe, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like, what's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate, fuck them all and they mama. How many op really got? Mean it's too many options. Finish pass on his body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogie man, I'm the one that up the score with him. Walking down, whole time I know he got some pulling him, extra shit, bully devouring him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they're in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand me down. And party at the party playing with his notes now. And Bob's got a real case, why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedestal. Top, fuck him up. I'ma do my stuff. Why you pulling like a bitch, ain't you? Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably they not like us. 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 They not like us.
Yeah, bro.
To that point, didn't you feel a certain way when Jennifer Holland made sure to remind her husband that there are certain members of the audience that are under a certain age? So I was like, oh, yeah.
Crazy. Talk about tone deaf.
Why do you gotta give a disclaimer like that in front of this person who's
hey,
DC?
Look, yo, there are some young people out there. Remember that. See how that works? See how that works? Crazy, bro.
Crazy
how that works, right? But yeah,
Just
man, I was extremely disappointed in this panel. Not that I expected anything, but I didn't expect the visceral reaction that I was gonna have to this, bro. And this is not a shot at anybody that enjoys this show, that enjoys this kind of humor. This shit is just way too goofy for me, bro. This is like way past my level of goofy.
It's a spin-off of a spin-off character, right? Peacemaker was in the Suicide Squad, which was a diluted spin-off of something superior that came before, right? Then freaking Peacemaker comes out of that. It's like a spin-off of a spin-off.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are we doing here? We're going to the fucking bottom of the barrel and making shit up. We're making wives of the co-head of DC Studios superheroes. Why?
Crazy, bro. Crazy.
What
And
the
got
fuck?
her beating up grown ass, damn near 300-pound men in a bar.
Like, and the fact that she, like, if you think about the lineups, guy, it was James Gunn right next to the moderator, then
I
John
pointed
Cena,
that out.
then Jennifer Holland.
Yeah,
What?
I pointed that out, bro. I
Not
pointed that
even,
out when I was talking
not,
to
e-
Leon. I was like, you got the moderator and then James Gunn and John Cena and then his wife. Like what? Like what the hell? I was like, she shouldn't
and
be
then, and then Steve Agee, and
in it,
then
right.
Frank Grillo, and then, like, what the hell? Like,
She's
what are
bigger
we
than
doing?
Frank Grillo, who's been in Avengers movies.
Yes.
I
Like,
don't know, dog. But
and
hey,
then
man, it is what it is.
Tim Meadows at the last. What the hell? The ladies' man? You putting the ladies' man last? Come on,
Crazy,
man.
bro. Crazy. And then had him saying some crazy ass lines about being bird blind, bro.
Oh, that was
Bro,
so
oh my
dumb. That
god.
made me mad. That
Ah,
made me mad. Sky was like, Sky wanted to just flip over the table right then,
bro,
y'all. He
you're
wanted to get on
bird
the,
blind, bro. What the fuck is this, man?
and then doing
What
the
is
freaking,
this?
and then Jimmy doing the jokes about it afterwards, like making it a whole fucking yuck, 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 yuck. No, it was so desperate, and it was so, like, it was sad. Honestly, it's sad. And I'll be honest, like, this is me. I know I'm biased, right? But he did that same cringy kind of like situation during the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 when they brought out the High Evolutionary in costume. It was so awkward, y'all. If y'all go back and watch that panel, I think it was in 2023 or 22. It was cringe. And it's the same thing here. The man has a consistent type of reaction from
Crazy,
these
bro.
panels. Uh,
Crazy.
Fail
And
upwards, I guess.
hey, man, look, it is what it is. I don't think that Peacemaker was successful in bringing hype to this event. I think, I'm gonna speak about something a little later that I think kind of proves that, you know what I'm saying, because we're gonna get into some of these conversations that was had. But
Mm.
yeah, man, just overall, bro, this show is this shit is just not it, bro. I did not like this at all. Had a visceral reaction, and this is just way too goofy for me, bro. Like, and Leon brought up a great point, bro. Look, yo, none of these fucking IPs, bro, none of them. The Batmans, the Supermans, the Avengers, the Marvel shit, whatever, what have you. This whole geek culture, whole comic book movie, all this stuff, yo. This has never been just only for the nerds, bro. It's never been that way. Leon and I were talking about this shit earlier. Yo, I grew up in Inglewood, California, bro. You had motherfuckers running around playing sports. You can literally have a group of people where one person's an athlete and plays sports, another one is like slanging drugs. You could have another one who's like, you know what I'm saying, just like a square guy, but not in that kind of way, bro. And they're all gonna argue about Batman and Superman, bro. Like this has never been just for the nerds, dog. It's never been that way. This has always been for everybody. And when you cater to people that only enjoy this goofy ass humor, this is what you get, bro. A fucking Hall H that, I mean, look, we're going to get into that in a second, bro, because, nah, bro. I mean, I ain't even, look, I know that I ain't never been there. Excuse me, I'm going off what everybody else was saying. Everybody else was saying that this fucking Hall H wasn't like the other ones, and like that the attendance level was down. I mean, am I lying, Josh? Can you hear me? Oh wait, I hear you now.
All right, cool. Yeah, this is an off year. Everyone's talking about it, right, Sky?
Yeah, bro.
This is like a weird year.
And if Peacemaker's the fucking headliner, Josh,
Why is it weird? Year.
Then why is it weird that this is a fucking off year, right? Like,
Why is it an off year if it's
why is it an off year? I thought everybody loved James Gunn, right?
I don't think that that's translating into hype levels, attendance levels. Because let me tell you guys, Sky put in his work. Okay, Sky camped out with me overnight. All right, Sky's a soldier,
Sky
and
went on a foot mission.
Sky retrieved the package.
They don't even
Sky
know about though.
retrieved.
I was like, yo, look, I didn't even go into detail, Josh.
See,
I was just like, just know that
hey,
Sky put that fucking work in, bro.
hey,
You know what I mean?
you earned those 5 stars because of that.
Crazy, bro.
I asked after you left. I got confirmation, 5 stars. So you really are a soldier, man, and you made sure if you ate, everybody was about to eat. So you know what? You are who you say you are, Sky, and you put it into practice. And we were near the front, right? And there was hardly anyone behind us because there was no hype. There was no hype to get into this first thing like we were doing. But we had our own little things that we were working on. So
Yeah.
you'll find out.
We
You'll
was
find.
lit. We was lit. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Nah, it's wild, man. Like I really got a good sense of this whole thing. And even though it was an off year, I could tell what it would be like being worse. You know what I'm saying? And those little things that we had to do to make sure that we were going to be in the front are even more important, right?
Exactly.
For sure. You know? And yeah, man, it was just crazy, bro. But is there anything else that you want to say about Peacemaker before we move on?
I just think it was a kind of like a real buzzkill after the hype that Hail Mary gave, right?
Oh, for sure, definitely.
Right. If that was the
Definitely,
headliner,
bro.
you really it belly flopped in my opinion. There were
flopped.
There were fans of it,
Flopped.
but if you're being honest and objective about past, Hall H experiences, this wasn't it. Demon Slayer had much higher fan reaction, crowd reaction. I was there front row. I don't even watch Demon Slayer, and I was fucking locked in watching the first 13 minutes of the movie that I got to see. That was the main event. So sorry, Peacemaker.
I had to skip on that because I was like, bro, I gotta go get this stream to the guys and the gals, the community. You know what I mean?
See, that's how you do. That's how you do. But yeah, I just was it was you can watch the panel. You'll probably hear, "Oh no, it was fun. Like it was fun." James Gunn, John Cena was when you're coming out flexing, right? In a big goofy red suit with a goofy mask and you're as charismatic as someone like the prototype John Cena, it's easy to have eyes on you.
He's a master of the crowd, bro.
Yeah,
he may be one of the best like crowd control people I've ever seen in my life, dog. That was crazy.
He made it entertaining. I will say that. He made it entertaining, but the other everyone else
goofy shit. I'll get into that later. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you cook, bro.
No, I feel what you're saying. It was not a Peacemaker panel. It was a John Cena panel. That's all I want to say about that. Because I went for Cena. I'm not gonna lie. The people who were in our group that were behind us, those are some of the people that Sky was talking about that were hanging on every word because they were WWE fans. I talked to them. They went to WrestleMania this year. They already are in, for the next year. They're WWE fans. They're not necessarily Peacemaker fans. So shout out to them for chatting me up and sharing their passion with me, which was really pro wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
But by proxy, they ended up going to the Peacemaker panel because John Cena. So props to him.
Bruh, yo, like I said, I was just happy that we were able to stand on business, bro. Because I just love being myself everywhere. And that doesn't mean that everybody has to be like me. It doesn't mean that everybody has to like what I like or anything, right? It's just to say that, whenever these conversations and and stuff are had in honesty, that is when they are at their best. You
Yes.
know,
And I appreciate that because this dude Skywalker, the Jedi, left of an event, right, that he paid money for to bring this honest, authentic reaction to y'all. So shout out to you for doing
yeah,
that.
man,
You know?
and that's really because of this last part of the conversation that we got to get to. But before we do that and before we break that down, what's your final thoughts on just the whole panel and the entire Hall H this Saturday, bro? And if you want to throw some in there, because weren't you at like the panels on Friday too?
Yes. So I
Oh yeah,
as you
you can also bring up the stuff you saw on Friday.
so I was here, let's see. This blue one right here is for Hall H on Thursday. I'm sorry, no. I went to Hall H on Thursday. I don't have a wristband for that because I didn't camp overnight. But I got to see the directors on directing panel with Richard Reiner. He's doing Spinal. This is Spinal Tap 2. He did The Princess Bride. I don't know if you knew a little movie called that. And he was doing a panel with Paul Feig, who just did another simple. He did the Simple Favor movie with Blake Lively and Anne Hathaway. Of course, he did the failed Ghostbusters reboot, which he mentioned. But he was just a cool guy to listen to because this is these two directors going back and forth talking about their careers and working within the studios and how you have to basically, navigate these things to get your film. Like apparently the original rebooted Ghostbusters cut was 3.5 hours, and the studio mandated him to make it like an hour and a half. And he was in such a crunch to just do the studio mandates that he kind of lost passion for it. He still likes the movie, he says, but I think it's the original 3.5 hour cut that he likes. So I loved hearing some of these behind the scenes nuggets from these directors who've been in the industry for so long. I actually did get a signature from Paul Feig at Comic Con 2022. So shout out to him. He signed my badge. What else did I see? I did see something else.
They're asking about Tron, bro.
Oh, so yeah, this is Tron was the fucking shit, y'all. I have video. Jared Leto showed up with a multiverse Joker in tow. Jeremiah Jerome Valeska, if you watch Gotham, was on that panel as well. And you might know him back then as Cal Kestis himself. It was actually really star-studded panel. They had Evan Peters, Quicksilver himself. They had the dude, Jeff Bridges, as the huge surprise, coming back to reprise his role from the original Tron and Tron Legacy. They had Ali, who else? I think not Ali Wong, but somebody else on that panel. That was amazing. We basically got a Tron introduction, like we were in the grid. The light show, spectacular with Nine Inch Nails music, was amazing. What else did I say? It's all honestly, Sky, like right now, it's Sunday, and it's like, what day is it? Where am I at? Because I'm in my nerd paradise, and I don't know what
Right.
has happened.
Nah,
But
I got you, bro.
yeah, it's been amazing. Like it's been amazing. I will say that as far as a Saturday programming main event, I would have preferred them to basically. I would have liked them to do maybe Coyote, then Peacemaker as the dud of that, and then save Hail Mary to the end because that was on such a high fan ovation level that I was hyped. I don't even read the book. And then when you go to Peacemaker right after, it's just like a yuck, 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 yuck fest,
Yeah.
right? And
Oh
so
my god, bro.
you're kind of
and-
always saving that for Kevin Smith, in my opinion.
and-
So I don't.
And Jennifer Holland beating the shit out of 300-pound men, bro.
in a bar, in a barroom brawl, basically.
In a bar
tell
fight.
Tell me how that makes sense. Make it make sense, guy.
I'm like, bro, I'm not saying that I'm against female characters doing stuff like that, but it has to be done smartly.
And let me ask you this real quick, Sky. That character that was in Black Adam, did that seem like a character that would have been doing that shit that you saw?
No,
Exactly.
bro. No.
Exactly.
I never got that from her, bro. Not at all, dog.
Nope. Not
Right.
at all.
But yeah, man. No, Look, I first want to say thank you for sharing your thoughts on the whole weekend, man. Because and for having me and for being such a great Comic-Con host. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really was able to get in and get all this stuff done, and we got them front row seats, just like I wanted, because we had to do a little something, bro. Right,
You sure
Josh?
did.
We had to do a little something, bro. I need the people to know, dog. Bro, I pulled up on y'all boy, dog. But before I get into that, before I get into me pulling up on they boy, I don't want to hear nothing else. Look, my fucking wallet's still in my look. I've been like sitting on my wallet, bro. I legit just ran upstairs and got on camera. I got the same clothes on, bro. I until like 20 minutes ago still had my shoes on, bro.
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean? I just came right upstairs and got on camera. But I need y'all to understand something. Okay. This is where, oh wait, but before we even get to that part of the conversation, see, Josh, I tried. Wait a minute, bro. We got the homie Robin on, right? We got Batman pulling up in the building. You dig? What's going on, dog? How you feeling, man?
Yo, what up? What it do?
Right?
Holy free holies, Batman.
Robin still at Comic-Con, huh?
On a mission, sir. How are you?
Yeah,
How are you?
I heard that. Yeah, I'm doing well, fellas. How y'all feeling?
Oh my god, I'm feeling great, bro. Josh, no, I'm feeling great, bro.
Oh yeah.
Josh, no.
Oh yeah.
Right, but look, wait, because Leon, I'm trying to get as much from Josh as I possibly can, right? Josh, first, bro, let's talk about what happened the night before, dog. Okay.
Hold on. Do I need to do a wardrobe change, Sky?
Right, bro. The night before, bro. No. Don't even wait. You have it with you still?
I do.
Oh man. So look, the night before, bro. We in line, just chilling. It's super late, right, bruh? This is even before. Wait, is this before or after my mission? This is after, right? Yeah, it was after.
Yeah. Yes, sir. It was after.
Right. So look, so check it. So I've been on a foot mission for hours. I was gone for like 2 hours. Right? Hey, Josh, am I lying? I was gone for like 2 hours.
No, sir.
Walking the streets of San Diego. You know what I'm saying? In search of the food. And came back and the shit was still warm, bro. I need y'all to understand the food was still warm when I got back.
That man was roaming the streets of San Diego for food, bro. That's hilarious.
Hey, and pulled up.
And the food was still warm. That's
with
crazy.
A bounty. With a bounty, bro. Came back with a bag, bro. Anyway.
With the bounty.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, shout out to the chat. Much love to y'all.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody, bro. We had the best food in line, bro. There was nobody that was eating like that. there was nobody that was eating like that, bro. Right? But anyway, right? So I'm having enjoyed my food. I'm fucking hella tired. Right? Because obviously I've been on this foot mission. So Josh and I are chilling. Bro, we're like maybe 8 or 9 people back in line. You know what I mean? They're all like laying down sleep, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Just doing their own thing. Some of them, a couple of them maybe up, you know, but hey, they're doing their thing, bro. Josh and I are sitting there talking. Here come these 2 guys. Now, I'm not going to mention this platform because I'm going to give them a couple days because they said that they was going to drop this interview in a couple of days. Josh and I have been talking about it. I don't think this shit's coming out at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's coming out. But hey, we'll see. And if it does, then we'll react to it, right? But so yeah, we're chilling. We get approached by these two guys, and they're like, "Hey, we are from X podcast, right? And we talk to people that be rocking out with Comic-Con and stuff like that. And like, hey, y'all want to have a conversation, right?" We're like, "Oh shit, cool." Bruh, this conversation starts out, it was all love, y'all. It was all love. You dig? We can ask questions about Hall H. Josh is going in about how long did he been doing it and his process and this, that, and the third, and just all types of wonderful information, giving a great interview, right, Josh? I mean, it was going perfectly fine, right?
Oh yeah, the guys was like, "Oh, we're just here to interview fans, right? Let's just talk about Hall H." And I included you. I said it's your first Hall H Comic-Con, right? So
Yep.
it was all love. And sorry, there's a concert going on randomly, so y'all can't hear me. I'm putting on mute just in case. So let me know if y'all can hear the background.
Nah, you're good. We can't really hear much. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, with that being said, yeah, it's like, everything's all love. We talking about Hall H, it's going cool. And then all of a sudden, right? Because the whole time that I'm sitting there watching this guy, he's like looking at Josh's shirt, right? And I'm noticing that his eyes keep like darting back to his shirt. Josh is wearing this shirt right there, right? Matter of fact, let me go ahead and blow this up, right? Hold up. Let me move this, right? Yep. Josh has on that shirt, right? 100%, right? So yeah, he has on that shirt.
And mind you, Leon, I'm sitting down talking in this interview. We're squatting down,
and his badge is like low key covering it up halfway.
Yeah, my badge. Oh, got tangled up. My badge is like this, like all in front of it, like. So the interviewer is like, "Oh, is that a Zack Snyder shirt?"
Is that a Zack Snyder shirt, bro? The entire fucking interview went sideways at that very moment, bro. The entire interview went sideways at that very moment, bro. The very moment of him asking him, "Is that a Zack Snyder shirt?" The entire fucking thing went sideways. And then it literally became about, like Superman, right? And then like art, because I really love Superman.
I really love Superman,
yeah,
right?
and I really didn't like the last 10 years of DC, but I'm looking forward to the next 10 years of DC, blah, 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 right? Superman this, Superman that, right? So he like, yeah, have y'all seen the movie? Right? So Josh starts giving his answer. Josh is like,
I'm very diplomatic.
Oh, wait, no, trust me. I was already going to say it for you, bro. No,
go ahead.
No, Josh is a very, very nice guy, man. He's a great guy. He's just nice. He's a very, very nice guy. And he was being PC as hell, trying to be, like honest about the movie while still, maintaining decorum, so to speak, right?
Right.
And he turns and he asks me, have I seen it? And how did I feel? I said, man, look, Josh is the good cop. I said, I'm the bad cop. I said, I didn't like that shit, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna be back, Sky, but we're about to walk to the Hall H area, so I'll be back.
Yeah,
so go ahead and cook.
For sure, bro. Right?
For sure, Josh.
Yeah, just take everything what I'm saying now at face value until Josh comes back and says exactly the same thing happened, because this is exactly what the fuck happened, right? Like, y'all can just hold on. What's up, Josh? Right? But yeah, no, I'm like, yo, I didn't like that shit. I said it right off the bat. I was like, I did not like that movie. And I started going in, bro. First of all, what was very interesting in this conversation is that there were never any mentions of why they didn't like the last 10 years of DC, or why they were excited about the future, or even like why they liked the Superman movie. It was just, I loved it, I'm excited, I'm this, I'm that. And I'm like, yo, and what's also funny is nobody has ever been able to say that these things that I say that are wrong with this movie is not fucking true. They sit there and they have to admit it, but then they still say, oh, but it's this and it's that. And given any pushback, right, just immediately kind of shifted this conversation over into something that became what I feel that this platform was doing, was trying to get us to try to go along with saying that this shit was gonna be exciting, right? Because I'm like, yo, I didn't like this movie for all of these reasons, and I'm just not rocking with the shit. So then with me even sensing, right? Because after I started saying these irrefutable points, right, then the conversation shifted over into something that I thought was a little bit disrespectful, which is there seemed to be this shifting over to, well, I'm just a DC fan, right? And as a DC fan, this, that, and the third, DC fan this, DC fan that. And I'm sitting here and I'm sensing like, yo, so now I'm not a fucking DC fan because I don't like this bullshit. But even fine, right? I'll even I'll even give you that, and I'll go one further with you. I told him, I'm like, hey, I was not that big of a fan of the Batman movie. I said, I actually walked out of that theater still excited for a sequel, though, more than I liked that first film. And I was like, so I would much rather see what that universe is, right? Now, right? I was just accused of not being a DC fan, pretty much, right? Then I bring up a fucking DC property that has nothing to do with Zack Snyder, right? That has nothing to do with Zack Snyder. Not one so fucking bit. You want to know what was then said, y'all? Y'all take a guess what was said after that. Is it gonna be, oh man, nah, that's dope? Like, because I was hyped for that movie too. I'm a DC fan, this, that, and the third. What's going on? Nar the Misfit, he said, can't say anything bad because then you're a Snyder fan. No, this is actually what is happening. No, you guys have no idea how true that fucking statement is, that anybody that says anything negative about this shit is being labeled as a Zack Snyder fan. It is so insane. But look, I say, hey, I'm much more willing to see what Matt Reeves got cooking with the Batman too. He goes, well, even with that being like on its own, in its own like little world, in its own little universe, and not connected. I'm like, the fuck? Like, wait, whoa. I was like, yes, I would rather that. Josh, shake your head. Right? Am I telling the truth?
Say it again.
I said, am I telling the truth? Just nod, bro.
I hear what you were saying a little bit, but yeah, you're not a DC fan if you have some kind of critique. God forbid, you just can't say nothing.
No, I was bringing up when I brought up Batman, and then he was like, oh, but that's not really connected to anything. I was like, what the fuck?
It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter, right? Is it? Yep, that's 100% true. You gave him an out. And he didn't even take it.
I gave him an out, and he still didn't take the shit. Bruh, it's not about DC. It's about James fucking Gunn, bro. That situation shows you right there. This is about James fucking Gunn, bro. Completely, wholeheartedly, bro. I'm so turned right now.
It sounds like they're trying to, no matter what, squeeze this guy.
Facts, bro.
Into this DC situation permanently, no matter the consequences, no matter the, flop of box office, no matter what, no matter the reasoning or lack thereof. It's pretty incredible.
Crazy. I gave him an out, Leon. Bruh, I gave him an off ramp and he just kept speeding, bro. He just kept speeding.
Wow.
I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, bruh. I told you that I'd rather watch the Batman 2, and that's still not good enough. In that very moment.
That's after he said, well, I'm just a DC guy.
Right?
Watches all the DC movies and reads all the DC comics. You're like, well, this one in particular, I like. Well, I mean, must come up with reason to back to Gunn.
Must be James Gunn involved somehow. You're crazy, bro.
And you remember this guy, like, I even had a rebuttal, because he was trying to basically, in my opinion, only prop up. He's a DC fan, so this is the only tone and the version that we should be doing. And I was like, well, historically, kind of what you always say on your streams, box office proves otherwise in those adaptations. Look at Batman and Robin compared to The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Look,
matter of fact, bro, when I brought up what my dad said and how my dad brought up, because I was like, yo, even my dad was like, every time that they start making this shit jokey, we end up not getting DC movies for like a fucking while. You know what I'm saying? And then that was the first time he brought up fighting. If I'm not mistaken, was after I said that.
He said, it's time to take off my earrings.
Right? Yeah, it's time to take off my earrings. So I was like,
okay, you didn't have earrings on.
Bro. You can't just use your words, bro. Like, we just having a conversation. Wasn't even like a argumentative fucking type of tone, right? Like,
so wait, is Leon just going to throw this out there? You should look at the voice acting. My boy does it. Oh, word. You know what? People have been telling me that for a few years now. I need to because when you look into the abyss, don't look back at it. Don't blink. But anyway, what was I gonna say? What was the last thing you just said? You just sparked a thought.
Wait, you were, I don't remember, because you read that comment and it kind of threw me off.
No, you were talking about the earrings thing. So they purposefully threw you off playfully, right? Because the statement that you made was true.
Yeah,
quite literally. I posted this the other day on X. Quite literally, every time you take DC and make it a clown show, every time someone has to come and follow up and do a reboot or a reassessment of the brand. Literally.
Every time, bro.
Every time. You could run through it. Let's start with the Superman franchise. Right? The last two from the Reeves universe, right?
Right. 100%.
Got jokey and goofy.
100%.
And what did they have to do? Fast forward later on. They tried to do a sort of a retcon. They literally retcon the last two movies and created Superman Returns.
Facts.
Which was not a jokey movie, right? In hindsight, it's incredible compared to this latest movie, but it's a movie that held back its punches, so to speak, figuratively and pun intended, which caused it to be a boring film towards certain people, right?
He never threw a punch, bro.
Correct.
You're right.
They tried to remain inside, and it just shows you how goofy Warner Brothers is. They tried to remain inside the Reeves verse because they couldn't get away from that, right?
Damn. And then look
what happened. So even with that, though, they tried to get away and tried to be serious, right? While hearkening back to a time gone. Now, let's go backwards again. Let's go to the Batman franchise, right? Talking Michael Keaton.
Yep.
89, 92. 89
fire.
Was fire. 92, I love 92, right?
Love that movie, bro.
And it went even darker.
Yeah.
We all still rocked with it, right?
Everybody rocked with it, bro. Batman was going on murder sprees in that movie, bro. Everybody loved it.
Fire. He lit a guy dressed as the devil on fire,
bro. He literally put a bomb in a dude's pants
and smirked.
Dog.
like
bruh.
You're gonna die.
Right? Bye. Crazy, bro.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy,
so,
bro.
What happened after that? You get Batman Forever and Batman and Robin that put a death knell, right, to that franchise. And then Nolan had to come along with the Dark Knight trilogy. Well, while that's going on and you see a resurgence, what happens next? You have Nolan say, I want to reinvigorate Superman because you guys tried to do it. You didn't do it. Let's get serious with this thing. Man of Steel reinvigorates the DC franchise with Superman and Man of Steel, correct?
Yep.
After that, what happens? They started clowning again. With
bro.
Justice League. It was a little before that, but we'll just use Justice League.
That's the best example of like them doing it at first. Yep.
And then what happens? They have to release the Snyder Cut, Zack Snyder's Justice League, in order to reinvigorate the brand again. Every time you go dumb, goofy, and layman with these characters, you end up having to come back to reassess, realign, revamp, reboot, whatever, right? In order to bring it back to something serious. Because audiences, I cannot speak for every comic book film, but audiences love DC serious. We want something that we can sink our teeth into. I could say the same thing for Fantastic Four. I'll say that for another stream in terms of reviewing, but Fantastic Four was a serious film by comparison to other Marvel movies.
Look, Leon, I'm pretty sure they heard that I'm losing my voice. They think it's from Comic-Con. In reality, it's from Thursday, me watching Fantastic Four. Man. That's when I started losing my voice. 100%. 1,000. I did not lose my voice at Comic-Con. No, I lost my voice at fucking Fantastic Four.
I was going to save this for the Fantastic Four stream. I just want to say this real quick. I herald their beginning. I herald Superman's end. I herald Fantastic Four. I can't wait to talk about that freaking movie.
Crazy. Right, but bro, yeah, man, that conversation that I had with those two gentlemen and that platform. Now, once again, we're gonna wait, and I'm gonna see if this comes out. Josh got their information. You know what I'm saying? We know their channel or whatever, and we're gonna monitor that because they said that it might be a couple days, but we're gonna put it out. And I was like, all right, cool, man.
We'll see. We gotta see.
I'm not expecting that shit to fucking come out, bro. I'm not. Like, I'm just gonna keep it a buck.
I'd be surprised after this. I think it will be, if they do it, it's gonna be edited to make
probably just the Hall H part. Hey, I don't know how they gonna edit that, bro. I don't know how they gonna edit that, bro. They're gonna have to Kamala that John like it's fucking they did for that other shit, bro.
And you forgot to leave out, Sky, or you left out the part where they did not interview anybody else besides us.
Anybody else? No, they just left after that.
They left,
bro.
They left after that.
They left, dog. They left. They said we're here to interview.
Packed it up. They packed it up and we're defeated.
Is what we're the only people they talk to. 100%. Bro,
they didn't want to run into any more Snyder fans.
What's even crazier, bro, is that it's like at the same time they were acknowledging how this year was so much smaller. So I'm like, why do you think that is, bro? Like, we can't blame the motherfuckers that's on the headline of the card.
They were like, what are you here to see? And I was like, oh, well, what's on the panel? I forget. Right, Sky? I was like, oh, what is there? And he was like, oh, there's Demon Slayer. And I was like, oh yeah, that's what I'm excited for. Demon Slayer. I don't watch it, but my friends are into it and I want to see. Oh, Coyote versus Kevin Smith. You Sky brought up Kevin Smith. He's like, oh, and then there's Project Hail Mary. Oh yeah, that's the one. That's the one. I was like, that's the one I'm excited for, right? And then they're like, oh, it's Peacemaker. Oh, Peacemaker. Okay, cool. And then the seeds were okay. 1 second.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think around the time that Peacemaker stuff came up, that's around the time he was like looking at your shirt too.
Yeah, he was analyzing at that point.
Yeah, man. And I was just like, bro, this is crazy, bro. I cannot believe that they're sitting here trying to damn near push us into saying something positive about this damn movie. And and he's like, yeah, because I'm just so happy about the next 10 years of DC. And I was like, I'm not. I'm not. But we had professional answers, bro. What you gonna do?
We were very stand up and gentlemanly, I was saying, both of us. But Sky was a little bit more raw.
A professional asshole, like Leon always say.
If I was good cop, Superman turned bad cop real quick.
Wow, bro. Nah, I was like, yo, I didn't like that shit. I was like, flat out, bro. Whatever. But look, man, it wasn't even just that, man, because I was having a sleigh and all kind of conversations, but that's another story. Look, man, I just want this on record, dog. Look, for everybody that's out there, bro, that's been rocking with, Sale and rocking with this platform, dog, and doing all this stuff, man, and just being a part of what we've been doing and watching this whole time, yo. I did this for y'all, dog. Ain't no way that I was gonna let James Gunn go to a panel out here, bro, and I not try to do my absolute fucking best to make sure that I pull up on this dude. And that is exactly what we did, Joe. Josh,
yes, sir.
I'm going to show the people a visual kind of representation of what happened. Now, you tell me if I'm wrong, right?
All right.
Please turn your attention to the track.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro.
100%. And I have it on video.
I pulled up on that man, dog. Front row, bro. Right there.
Visual representation. Right, you see the security there, in the back.
Yo, look, man. That man was shook, dog. I don't want to hear from nobody, bro. Y'all don't get it. I was in the front row. I was right in front of the moderator. Bro, y'all have no idea. They was all watching like this, like, or everybody that was on that side, they were all watching this TV. My head was right above the fucking TV. There's no way, bro. There's no way. he saw people that was sitting like 2 seats to the fucking right of me, bro. You know what I mean? There's no way, bro. Yo, I grilled this motherfucker the whole time he was on stream, bro. Or on fucking panel. I didn't even realize that I was doing it, bro, until like halfway through the panel. On everything. I didn't even realize, bro, that I wasn't looking at anybody else, dog. I didn't care what anybody else was talking about. I didn't care what anybody else had to say. Bro, you're not gonna be fucking sending your little fucking bots over here, bro, talking all this shit on the internet, bro, liking tweets. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like doing these little fucking things, putting out fucking hit piece articles, bro, doing all this little behind the scenes shit that I know goddamn well been going on. Ain't no way you about to just get that shit off and I'm about to just be there and you ain't gonna have to look at me, dog. And then y'all want to know what's funny? Y'all want to know what's funny? Anybody want to go back and look at that stream and watch how quickly James Gunn got off that motherfucking stage after that panel was over? I highly recommend you go look and see. Right? How he got from the fucking left side of the stage all the way over to the right side of the stage immediately.
Woo,
shit.
To right.
Huh?
I said exit stage left to right.
No. He for real exited stage left. 100%. Not because this stage left for him.
Right.
But
facts.
For me,
for
it was right.
That
motherfucker.
Yep.
Hey, go look and see. Go, bro. He kept acting like he didn't see me, bro. It was so clear that he saw me.
Oh, hey, he saw both of us. He saw both of us because there was a thing, Sky, where we were protesting, if you know what I mean. And he definitely saw both of us. I saw a reaction.
Yeah.
What we did.
Oh yeah, he knew. He fucking knew, dog. Bro, there's no
we go
way.
here.
There's no fucking way. We were in the front row. I was in front of the moderators. Bro, you're not just gonna be doing this shit, bro, and think I'm not just gonna pull up, bro. Right? Crazy, bro.
What was going through your head when all that shit was happening?
Bro, honestly, when I was just looking, bro, I was hoping that he was gonna have the guts to like do something.
Call you out or something?
Yeah, bro. Not even call me out, but just do something to where he would at least let me know that he knows that I'm fucking here, right? Like, because he knew. Because you're sitting there and you're doing everything in your fucking in your toolbox to act like you don't see me. Right?
Nah, facts, right?
Bro, this is all facts, bro. This is all facts. Josh was sitting right there, dog. This is no cap right now. This is no cap. Bruh, I did not look away from that man, bro, except to look at Josh and say, what the fuck is going on right now?
That's crazy.
This is crazy, bro. This is crazy, bro. Ain't even have to say a word. All you gotta do is just pop up in the front row. You see, that's the thing, bro. Like, yeah, man, it's cool, bro. You want to send your fucking bots over here and do all this like little bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait, can we kind of speak to that, Leon? Right? Like, I mean, where they do that at? You know?
Yeah, that's the thing about life, man. It's like, you know, all this behind the scenes shit, you know, sending your people over to call us monkeys, bots, flooding streams,
calling us monkeys in a fucking movie, bro. right?
Basically,
Calling us monkeys in a fucking movie, bro. Nah, I'ma just say that shit. You calling us monkeys in a movie, dog. You doing all this bullshit, and it's all fun and games, right? Till motherfucker, your panel there, and I'm right in the front fucking row.
Surprise, mother.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Basically.
Yeah, bitch.
And I had to represent as well.
That's why this shit called infiltrated.
Infiltration successful.
Cause we for sure solid snake this shit, bro. You
know what I'm saying?
I was out there low crawling, bro. I was out on a fucking mission deep outside the fucking wire, bro. I was way outside, bro.
Colonel, I'm in.
You know what I'm saying? Putting in Kodak calls. You know what I'm saying, bro? Crazy.
Josh.
He said, speak of the devil and he shall appear, bro. That's real talk.
We're in. I see the dork with the white hair.
Dog. Crazy, bro.
He's a few feet in front of me. He's trying to avoid eye contact.
Bro, I was locked in the whole panel, bro. Laser focused. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is wild, though. It's like, first of all, I want to say this, too. Man, you represented, bro. You represented for everybody, homie. You represented, dog. You represented, dog. Facts, Nessa. Facts. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you
certified boogeyman. I'm the one that up the scope with him. Walk him down whole the time. I know we got some hoe in him. Yeah, bro. Sometimes I pulled up front row, dog.
Yeah.
Right in front of his mug. The whole panel, dog.
That's crazy, though. Nah, I appreciate it, dog. I'm telling you, you represent it, man. Because, you know, over the years, it's been a lot of bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of shit said, a lot of things hidden in movies, outright said in movies. It's just been weird, bro. It's been weird. Whether it's directly to us,
you know what I'm saying, bro?
Or the fandom as a whole.
Yep.
Liking literal tweets.
Wackiest hashtags, bro.
It's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
That's why I
want to
wanted
look that man in the eyes, and for him to basically, you looked into the abyss.
I was just about to say, what did Batman say?
And he was blinking, last guy.
Bro, he was shook, dog.
He was shook.
Bro, that man, bro. Cause look,
he was nervous.
I know body language, bro. Being in the army, you have to learn the shit. It's no fucking ifs, ands, or buts. Your life depends upon your ability to read into someone's intentions through their body language. I need you guys to understand that. That's why this type of shit is so important. So I say that to say, when I'm watching you and I'm like laser focused, bro, there was no screen in between us, bro. You know, there was no Twitter app. There was no comment section between us. It was just air, space, and opportunity, like they say, right? So, with that being said, right, when I'm watching you, bro, and you're like doing everything in your power to act like you don't see me, bro, you don't think I'm gonna notice that shit? But you can't stop looking. You know what I mean? Can't stop looking, but acting like you're not. Fidgeting and shit. You know what I'm saying? Literally, with his fucking shit on the glass, he's sitting there just like, damn, bro, you can keep your fucking hands on the water bottle, bro. You gotta keep tapping the fucking water bottle. You gotta keep fidgeting. You gotta keep moving around, and then look at me, and then fucking look away. Look at me, look away. Fuck out of here, bro. Nah, man. Yo, and John Cena saved your ass on fucking stage, bro. Let me say that shit. John Cena saved this motherfucker, bro. Dog, they tried to like get everybody on their feet to applaud Superman. First of all, ain't nobody even seen that fucking movie like that, bro. This shit ain't even made that much goddamn money like that, bro.
Right.
And when motherfuckers weren't really reacting the way that they should have been, what does John Cena do? Like the consummate fucking professional. He stands up and he starts fucking clapping. He starts this ovate, and then everybody else just stands up with him, Leon, and started clapping. And I was sitting there, I was like, oh my God.
That's crazy.
John Cena is a fucking master, bro. He just saved this nigga. I saw it. I sent it.
Man.
I seen it, bro. Bro,
He
it was
activated
not
the crowd.
about the. He activated, bro. Yo, y'all know all this shit I'm saying. I ain't watched no streams, bro. I'm literally going off of what the fuck I saw right in front of me, bro. Y'all go back and watch that shit. Watch when they were talking about Superman, and after a little bit, John Cena had to stand up and fucking start clapping. That wasn't because the crowd was doing it, by the way. That is because the crowd was not doing it to the level that they should have been, quote unquote. Right, Leon?
Right. Yeah, I mean, if John Cena has to get up, if right now,
John Cena shouldn't have done that. No, the fact that he did,
right, and it's not even. I don't even think that Sky is saying whether he should or shouldn't have.
No, he did what the fuck he was supposed to do. Yeah,
exactly.
He did what he was supposed to do.
That's the point. Is that if not for Cena being there
as an entertainer,
right,
100%.
And actually, I give pushback towards your comment, TJ. Not in a vehement way. I don't care to save Superman. What I'm saying is, if he didn't do that, he wouldn't be doing his job. He'd be an idiot. But the point is, he had to do it. Like somebody had to stand up and act like this movie deserves to be applauded, right? Somebody had to start it, you know. And the fact that it needed to be done, because put it to you like this. I'm sure if all of y'all were there for a Fantastic Four panel, and at the end of it,
would have went up.
Everybody just would have been automatically doing something to the effect of, "I enjoyed this," aka clapping their freaking hands.
Yeah, man. It was crazy, bro, to really be there and to watch that shit happen in real time, like to watch the reaction be kind of muted, and then to watch Cena realize what was happening, and then he just automatically stood up and started clapping, and everybody did that shit, and I was like, man, that's a bad motherfucker, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's the type of shit, bro. That's like showmanship, you know what I'm saying? And that is what Josh is talking about when he says that a lot of these things, bro, people are just it's just John Cena fans, dog. You know?
Yeah, he got lucky when he got in the mix with him, man.
Yeah, bro. No, it's crazy, man. But even with that, bro, I don't think it's gonna save him. I think that when you look at how this dude is reacting, bro, because that didn't scream confidence to me, bro. Like if my movie would have been in theaters and it was crushing it, and like the equivalent of like, you know, like okay, if I'm James Gunn, right, and my movie is in theaters and it's doing well, and my universe is like on firm ground, and my job and everything is on firm ground, and it's stable, and if some fucking YouTuber who's been getting on my nerves pulls up to my Comic-Con panel while my shit is in theaters doing well, I'm gonna fucking make sure that he knows that it's like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna find a way to rub it in, bro.
Facts.
I might have fucked around and blew a kiss at him. You know what I'm saying? Right? Like, right?
I would love to see that.
Something. Something, bro. Could have even been disrespectful with it. You know what I'm saying? Facts.
I hope my haters are in the crowd. Something.
Yep. And my haters, y'all know, right? But y'all see them Superman box office numbers. You know what I'm saying, right? Like, hey, give it up for right. But nah, you can't do that, bro. You can't do that. And it would have been apropos because look, we already know that the crowd was on that type of time because the motherfucker brought up Zack Snyder earlier and had to bring it up in a way that was like, but you know, I'm not really gonna comment on that too much. Right?
So okay, please break that down for me. Did y'all talk about that earlier?
Yeah, that was during the Coyote versus Acme panel.
Oh, okay. So that guy said that, or did James Gunn?
No, the dude Paul did on the Coyote versus Acme. No,
gotcha.
James wasn't there for the Coyote panel.
I was about to say I don't. James would. He probably avoiding that topic like the plague.
No, he was not anywhere near that movie. Yeah, and then bro. No, because bro, it was way too many shots at Warner's, bro. It was hella shots at Warner's. And they kept referring to them as Acme. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's just, you know, Acme's fucking us over, y'all. Acme trying to kill the movie. Acme this, Acme that. And it was just like, damn. You know what I mean? Bro, they literally had a guy in the crowd like stop the show. It's the same guy, the director from the fake Zack Snyder movie from The Boys.
Shut up. Seriously?
Yeah. He came out.
Awesome.
He came out. He's like, hey, I got the paperwork here. You know what I'm saying? Like this.
What a great callback.
This thing is shut down. You know what I'm saying? He's like, bro, copyright infringement, all that shit, bro. It was crazy. It was so dope. And the moderator was speaking about because he was involved with the film. I forget what his name was. It was like Paul something, but he said, he had made a comment like, you know, this never happens, like of a movie coming back from the dead like this, unless you're Zack Snyder. And then it was like a weird reaction in the crowd. And then he was like, look, I'm not gonna, you know, go any further into that or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just saying, bro, it's so crazy because he's bringing this shit up, but that just acknowledges that they know that there's supposed to be this little problem or whatever, bro, for some strange reason, right? And there's this beef because why else fucking say that? But nah, I actually really liked when he had said that.
Yeah.
But it was pretty funny.
And that, just so you know, Sky, that comedian, when I was going to get my overnight camping stuff, you were on your mission, I was on mine. That dude was staying in my hotel, and I was hearing him talk about it. You know what? He was with his kids at the pool. He was trying not to be recognized by me because I was the only one in the elevator with him and his kids coming up from the pool. His kids were like, Daddy, is John Cena going to be there? Is John Cena going to be I knew who that comedian was who moderated the panel.
Yeah.
Guess what shirt I was wearing?
Which one?
Sky. I'll give you one guess. I'll give you one guess what shirt I was wearing.
The Man the Snyder shirt.
That's not.
Yeah.
That's why I still have it with me.
It was the same shirt. Yep.
So I might have been. I don't know if he saw it because I did have my badge on, but I might have been the reason that was even planted there, because I could see him playing on his phone in the elevator. Paul Scheer, I think is how you pronounce his name.
Yeah.
And he was trying not to be recognized while talking to his 3 kids, and all they wanted to hear about was John Cena.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Nah, man, we really got it done, dog. Like, we really got it done. And yeah, dude, it just goes to show, man, that like, bro, this shit is all manufactured, dog. Like,
oh yeah,
dude. Look, I had a great time at Comic-Con, but man, oh man, when I saw y'all boy there, y'all favorite WB partner.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
Oh yeah, Sky lost
using Wikipedia as source, Leon.
What's the Odyssey? Chat GPT. What's the Odyssey?
Facts. That's crazy.
Crazy, bro.
Sky lost it. I looked at Sky. Sky was like, "Yo."
I was like, the WB partner is here. Damn,
The
bro.
WB partner is
Sitting in the
here.
press section, no less.
But they were behind us, if you notice that.
Wild, bro.
That's 'cause
Sitting there
it's
in the
fans.
press section, fucking WB partner with your fucking Superman hood. I was like, bro, oh my god, bro.
But only the fans get front row, Sky. Only the fans.
And then it was so many times where like fake ass applause was starting from that area too. And I was like, oh my god, bro. Like, why is the cheering coming from behind me to the right? Which is just so happens to be the fucking press section. Like, why is that? I'm like, bro, oh my god, this shit is so crazy.
The plants, they don't even try to hide the plants, Sky. They don't even try to hide.
I couldn't do it, man. When Jennifer Holland said that somebody told her she was the best actress they've ever seen, bro.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Bro, she said that shit, bro.
What?
She said somebody told her that she was the best actress they had ever seen, dog.
Oh, okay. In what?
I don't fucking know, bro. I was so focused on James Gunn, bro. Like, I don't even remember half that shit that happened during that panel, bro. Bro, because everything they showed was just so weak from the Peacemaker panel, dog. Like, I was just so unenthused, but locked in. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy, bro. This shit really happened. But, you know, what's y'all thoughts on it, man? Because I'm gonna start closing up in a little bit, but
hey,
what's
Sky,
your thoughts on everything, man?
I'm actually I'm gonna have to give my final thoughts because I am in my location where I will be camping out.
For sure.
But I just want you to know, Leon, that Superman was out here representing like the true symbol of the Justice League, and he was definitely making an impression on his first Comic-Con. I know you've done it before. It was a pleasure to help a cool table member like the General himself, Skywalker, be front row, be locking eyes with a co-head of a certain studio and making him tremble and get a little stay on his toes. And there's so much more that this is going to be like multiple streams conversations, right, Sky?
Oh no, it has to be. It has to be.
There's so many moments to dissect, and I really just want to thank
you. Or fucking Josh, think about this, bro.
Okay.
He was all the way over on the left side of the stage, damn near. Did he or did he not dart to the other side of that stage as soon as that panel ended?
Oh, he was out. I got it on video. I got the receipts. He said, "My time is done." It was he looked miserable the whole time, guys. I'm not even kidding. He kept on drinking that water as like a crutch because every time in between when he would start talking, and he was getting frustrated when the audience was heckling him and would not let him talk. I don't know if you saw that, Sky, but he was losing it. He was losing. He has a complex. He has an authority issue. He's got to be the one that is on, over everyone. And if they do not kowtow to him, he's going to have a fit about it. And he did in this panel. I saw it. It was subtle, but it was there. Leon, I'm sure you studied the footage, studied the tape, Batman.
Sid Havoc said that wasn't water.
I mean, he was trying to tremble in, so I don't know. Yeah, you're right.
Bruh, I pulled up on that ass. Boy, pulled up, bro. Front row. Shout out to the homie Josh, man, for hooking me up with the whole process, bro. For
sure. And I'm going to be doing it all over again. We're actually, Sky, at the exact same spot we camped last night.
Bruh, hey, I'm trying to tell Leon that they got to pull up next year, bro.
Yeah,
we need more of the real ones out here, bro.
Yes, I need y'all's help. I got to call in the cavalry.
Bruh, no, he's not joking, dog. Like
cavalry, if you
get better with us there.
How was the atmosphere of the people there, man?
I mean, it's always,
Well,
in my opinion, it's a good time.
Yeah,
I don't know.
hey,
Sky
I
can
had a
speak.
great time, bro. I had fucking.
What
And
about your perspective though?
You talk about me?
I'm talking about Sky on the development of, certain, a certain fandom or lack thereof.
Wait, I'm lost, bro.
I think he's asking you your perspective, Sky. Right?
Wait, a development of a certain fandom.
Hold on, I'm gonna type it in the back chat.
Okay, because I'm like, bro, I'm lost, bro. I've been driving, mobbing, bro, sweating. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Who lying to Jennifer Holland like that?" She's what trying to get brainy. What the fucking game is it? Game City bugging, bro. He said if Comic-Con wasn't expensive, I'd fly out and join you for sure, bro.
Oh, yes.
Oh
yes,
my god,
yes,
bro.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
bro. Okay, look, bro.
There was an initiation. There was an initiation that happened off site. So if you know, you know.
Wait, what?
That's the little event I told you about. How everybody
Oh,
was in the little. Yeah, it was an initiation, Sky, that they were promoting inside as well. Go over here. Go get your initiation into the cult.
Crazy.
Into
y'all,
the
y'all
cult.
responding to what I said in the back chat?
Yes, bro.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's what he's talking
That's
about.
crazy.
That's what.
Yeah, man. No, I do want to speak on this. How can I say this? I never want to hear anything about the Zack Snyder fan base ever again, bro.
Oh yeah.
Ever again, dog. Because I've
This-
seen the face of the James Gunn fan base, bro. I've seen it. I've seen it up. I've seen it up close. And I'm just gonna say this, bro, because I'm not even gonna go too far and too deep into it. I'm gonna just say that I called Leon and I said, you were right, bro. You were absolutely fucking right. And yep, that was it. I was like, bro, I just fucking left it at that, man. Left it at that.
Yep.
Like, bro, you were right, bro. Nah, it was yeah, I don't know. I never want to hear the word cultist ever again, bro. Ever again. Bruh, what I noticed is anybody that was talking about Superman, bro, and Josh, once again, tell them if I'm wrong. But every conversation that you heard, whenever Superman was brought up, the first shit that came out of their mouth was about Zack Snyder or Henry Cavill, bro. It was like every fucking conversation about this movie that's in theaters started with Zack Snyder or Henry Cavill, and we weren't the ones saying this shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, why can't we just talk, bro? It was so frustrating, and I was trying to like not go off that deep end and just be like, yo, you know, why the fuck can't we just have a fucking straight conversation about this movie and not bring up Zack Snyder?
Exactly.
But, bro, I'm actually glad that that I didn't do that because it just shows, man, like this shit is really a sickness, bro. Like it's fucking crazy. It's
That's
crazy.
why
And yeah, I'm over it.
Leon, I had to call in Superman for this because, like I was telling, I was like, Sky, I need some backup because even I'm gonna give Super Sky a big shout out because we were having conversations, right? And Sky was talking up one of the homies that I have in my group, and we don't see eye to eye. We have not seen eye to eye on the character of Superman for a long time. Right. And so he asked me, he opened the door, didn't he? Did he not, Sky?
Yes, he did.
He asked me because of what I had on once again. And you opened the door, and I told you something you didn't like. So your rebuttal is, they. We're not talking about them. We're talking about, you asked about this.
Yeah, bro.
So
it's crazy, man.
The same old arguments, Leon, the same old excuses, which didn't make sense, Sky, right? I was just like, so you're mad that he showed and didn't tell you? He didn't explain the shit. He's not the man. He's not the man of conversation. He's the man of steel.
I was going in, bro. I was like, yeah, bro, because I'm being told that, you know, because here's the thing. I'm starting to notice these narrative shifts too, like how The new thing is now that Zack Snyder didn't let Henry Cavill act enough.
He didn't act. Yeah.
Bruh,
By showing you and not telling
heard
you.
that from 2 different people this fucking weekend. So
Because
that
he
has to
showed
be
you.
the new talking point. That has to be the new talking point that went out in
Yeah.
some fucking memo, because that's crazy as shit. Bruh, in the time that I've seen Man of Steel BVS, bruh, I've never heard no shit like that, bro, until just now.
He's never acted enough.
Yeah, that Zack Snyder was holding back Henry Cavill and his acting chops too much. I was like, are you fucking serious, bro?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna go run to get my sleeping bag. I'm at the Marriott. It's just like right down the street.
What?
Do y'all need anything when on my way back? Like pick up plans?
Right? I'm like, what? Are you fucking serious, bro? Like, how is this a thing now? You know, how are we still coming up with new shit to say about Man of Steel 12 years later, bro?
It's kind of crazy, especially for a movie that the way they act as if they've only seen this thing one time. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of nuts to me. They act like they hate it, but they act like they know so much about it at the same time. It's weird.
Crazy, bro. Right, hold up. Let me go ahead and give y'all this drop for the 50 likes. You know what I mean?
You still owe the Great One 50,000 more worlds. He will hear your plea when you pay your debt.
And then this one, just because.
Please turn your attention to the track.
Well, what they did
that
is
shit is perfect, bro. That shit is perfect, dog. That shit is perfect. Yeah, that is the new one, Nessa, that Zach didn't let him act enough. Right. I was like, bro, I legit heard that from 2 different people in 2 different conversations, bro.
They ran the gamut on bullshit.
I was like, bro, I'm fucking done, bro. Cause it's like now it's the, oh yeah, see, I actually like Henry Cavill as Superman. Cause it's like, bro, they're running out of fucking options. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cause you know, goddamn well he looked like Superman, bro. We got to start wrapping this up, man. Look, bro. What's your final thoughts, man? Because I gotta get out of here, bro. I'm hella tired, man. But nah, you can go ahead and finish up though, proper though. But
and when they get their passes,
what's your final thoughts though, big dog?
Talking me?
Yes, sir.
Just essentially, man, it sounds like you guys experienced a lot of what we talked about on stream in terms of, you know, what to expect from it's like a 3-tiered situation or a 3-pronged situation, right? Where you have the fake media, you have the strange and also fake fandom, and then you have the head of that, right? And you guys experience all 3, and you see it now face to face for what it is, as opposed to a distance observation. You guys were there in the thick of it. You had media coming up to you guys, asking you various questions and, you know, trying to manipulate your own thoughts and, you know, trying to steer the conversation a certain way. They're getting honest feedback from honest fans, and yet they're not satisfied.
And then threatened to fight, bro, twice.
taking off his earrings.
So I'm about to take off my earrings. I was like, what the fuck?
You're not wearing earrings,
bro. We just having a conversation
goofy, right?
like you're the one going there. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so there's that. And then you have the other part of it where to your left or to your right, there are individuals who are a certain way, right? And they're just like little puppets sitting in a chair waiting for somebody to tell them what to do, ready to be activated, you know, either by the press and fake media or a John Cena, right? And even some of them would debate with you about a movie that or movies that they claim to hate, but they know so much about, right? Fascinating. And then you have the head of it all, the head of the snake, a one James Gunn who could barely lock eyes with you, but has the nerve to have little analogies and avatars on screen in the form of animals, right? Who has the nerve to call our hashtags wacky, and who has the nerve to like tweets talking shit about us. You know what I mean? It's funny stuff, you know? It's funny stuff. So
Yeah,
I'm glad you guys experienced it. Josh, I want to tell you on the mic now, I appreciate you as the Robin that you are. You are truly an MVP, my
Shout
brother.
out to Josh H, man.
You know what I mean?
Yo.
Well, y'all are the ones that are really doing the day-to-day, every grind. Mostly Sky, but I know Leon, you do a lot behind the scenes that people don't know about, right? And Austin does a lot of stuff that people don't see or know about that I don't even know
Shout out
about.
to the
And
dog.
Necron does the same. And all you rebels in the chat who are showing up, tuning in to this man who is tired as fuck, because I was right there with him in the trenches, getting probably what, 4 hours of sleep, Sky, maybe less. I don't know.
Less than that. Oh yeah, for
And-
sure. I
and-
sure got less than 4 hours of sleep.
And that's why I had my glasses on. You probably seen all my dark circles, but it's dark over here anyways. But
Man,
anyways.
I was sweating like a slave last night on my fucking mission, dog. Y'all have no idea, bro.
See, and he had a fumble as well, but he made it. He had a fumble as well,
bro.
but he made
Facts,
it.
bro.
But I
Crazy,
want to thank you guys for being the ones.
I was
because,
singing
like,
cadences, Josh. I was out there singing Negro spirituals and shit. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
He was, but no, I love this perspective, right? Because I needed somebody fresh, right? And this, I told you that yesterday, Sky, right? As you get closer and closer to this industry connected stuff, right? You're seeing, like you said, you say it all the time, you're seeing the matrix right in front of you, and it's like, what is happening? And even my friends, my homies, right, that you had conversations with, Sky, and you saw people dressed in certain costumes, right, sharing that are cool with me,
bro. Yeah.
that was on their stream earlier. I just like, so you like the Snyder Cut, you were all in, and now you're okay with
And
this
then this
all
is
of
cool.
a sudden.
It's crazy, bro.
Wow. Okay.
Or my favorite was, let me ask you how you feel about Superman, and I'm gonna immediately bring up Zack Snyder. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, bro, come on, man. They like, see, when Zack Snyder was there, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious?
We're not talking about that. You asked about Superman, so it's just it lacks, like Leon. You can tell it lacks. It shows a lack of confidence. It shows
We're
mass
not making this up
insecurity.
either.
Yeah,
Josh,
it's
please let them know that we're not making this up.
and these are
That,
adults.
like,
These are
bro,
people
these are
like
full
40s, 50s,
older
like,
than me, dog. Motherfuckers got
yes,
gray beards and shit. Bro.
gray beards, like gray hair,
People
like,
who I
yeah.
be picturing like my grandfather in that mirror with the tweezers, plucking their gray hairs out their beards and shit. You know what I'm saying? One of the dudes, look, he seemed like he had a family, bro. I was like, how you got a family and you thinking? Never mind, dog. Never mind.
And you know, it just goes to show this is an event, like I said, for all fandoms, right? But then when you start unraveling these arguments, and you know, these not even arguments, I will just say these debates,
Debates.
and you just try to start dissecting them, there's just no merit to these
There's
debates
no merit, bro.
at all. And it's just so laughable that they think that they can still stand on this hill to just dogpile one fan base over another one.
Because look, here is my thing, Josh, and I think I brought this up earlier, right? It's like when we're having these discussions, we can always point to reasons why something that they might not like in a movie that we tend to favor. We could say, hey, maybe you misunderstood this, maybe you didn't understand, or this other part went over your head, you know, and you can literally have conversations and point these things out. And
Let me go try again and see if I can. Just one bottle, right?
And it usually leads to them saying, you know what, you're right on all these little individual points, right? But when you hammer them down about their individual points, you know, they can't do it, right? Can't do it. You know, like there's no way that anybody can argue me into what happened with Laura and Jor-El in that movie, right?
Yeah,
Because you just can't argue me into thinking that that's okay, or trying to say that there's some kind of merit to it, or like there's some comic book. No, that was not like that. You know, it was not like that, bro. And that page y'all keep talking about, it didn't say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. And so yeah, just to be there live and to get to experience these things, I'm so glad that I went. Shouts out to the homie Josh, man. And yeah, we're gonna be in there because I might have to start pulling up every year to fucking deal with this foolishness.
I need some backup. So
you know what I mean, facts.
I need it.
But look, I gotta get out of here though, y'all. Final thoughts, man. Let's close this thing on out, man.
I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to have Superman in the building and backing me up, and I can't wait for Leon to be doing the same thing.
Oh yeah, I was telling Sky, man, the last time I was at a Comic-Con was when they announced BVS. At least that's the last one I remember being at, and that was amazing. So I wish I was at this one, because this one seems like the one that was like necessary for a whole lot of different reasons. But my final thoughts are to thank you, Sky, for what you do, because I try to say this as often as I can, but you know, the work that you put in to make sure that this fandom stays honest, because that's the key, you know, getting X amount of views and X amount of likes and, you know, X amount of trying to be Mr. Popular, or a group of people that want to be popular, and that shit has always been absolutely irrelevant to why this fandom is necessary, right? And why we move the way we do. Because at the end of the day, we can be manipulated, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And you saw it for yourself, the constant pushback from the three prongs I mentioned, the
interviewer,
the media, right?
Yep.
The
interviewers,
puppets, and the guy at the head of this, right? They keep trying to fit this nerd into this brand. And if not for people such as yourself, right, and you gathering an army, so to speak, right, it all sounds like egotistical stuff on its surface, right? Oh, Leon's just pumping this guy up, and fuck all that. I'm not even interested in the popularity contest and all that. No, I don't care. Like me, dislike me. I'm not here to be liked. I'm here to be right. Doesn't matter. Right? Like, we're doing this so that there's an honest footprint, an honest digital footprint, right? Among all the noise, you can trace back to something honest and say, well, they were here. This was the reaction. You can link this to this and that. You can link the stream that they're going to put out for this Comic-Con. You can link it to what Sky is saying. This is the context. This is what was occurring, right? And then you can look back and go, if this franchise succeeds or fails, right? Whatever franchise we were referring to, if X franchise succeeds or fails, you can trace back to where were these fans in real time? What occurred? What was happening? Who was leading them? Who was in the forefront of this thing? Was it being led by fake, phony media press? Was it being led by a phony director? Was it being led by puppeted, empty-headed ass fans who are ready for who wait for John Cena to give them their cues, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who was this thing being led by, and what happened?
Mm.
You know, these things are important for the grand scheme of it, or else why are we doing it, right?
That actually really hit hard just now about the John Cena waiting on it, bro. You guys have no idea how much they were just like, bro. Anytime he said anything, it was like, oh, just some giggling and snickering, like something was about to be funny. And I'm like, damn, this isn't even normal, bro. You know, like if we're sitting there talking, I wouldn't expect for every time that I started talking, you to start giggling.
Right.
Right. Like, it's just
wouldn't make any damn sense whatsoever. None.
It's crazy, bro. But hey, man. No, I enjoy myself though. John Cena is a fucking master of ceremonies, bro. And fucking salute to all y'all, man. This is why we keep doing this stuff. And I gotta go. I'm hella tired. I can't even front. Y'all have no idea. But we'll get at y'all next time. You dig? Peace.
Bang.
Please turn your attention to the track.